It is Wednesday, my dudes, is what I would say if it was Wednesday. But it is Friday, and we're still going to play, so deal with it. It is February the 24th, 2023. Ascension episode 7. How's everybody doing?
So good.
So good.
Oh, good.
Happy to hear it. Yeah, this is a 2-for-1 special this week. This is some time off that we've had last week and next week, so we're gonna take it a little slower, take it a little easier today because I've only had 2 days really to prepare. But it's gonna be a great old time. Last time you guys went to Mechanus and watched it die. It was sad.
Yeah.
But we move on. You then went with, you brought your little turtle friend to a little mountain range to the east, where you met Araket, the third and, well, the fourth, really, of the Leviathans, and final of the ones that you have seen, or at least seen from a distance. Tor had a little conversation with him about what Urilash was up to with regards to the Shadowfell and all the nastiness that he had been wreaking on the plains, and he was able to do something to put a stop to that, at least for now. So it seems like you have successfully been able to weaken Urilash's power and hopefully slow down his eventual arrival on the material. Alongside that, Oliver and Maria had a little visit with Torm, wherein he kind of gave them the DL on the situation. North side, in the Celestial Plane, he selected the two of you as potential avatars for his work to be carried out. Basically, the people who would be responsible for what eventually needed to be done with the big old ritual. Oliver took him up on that offer, given that it may or may not, but probably will end up in his death in the coming weeks here. Maria decided perhaps she would like to stick around afterward and still carry on the good work. So Oliver's got his glowy special sword that seems to talk and do some other things, which we will discover shortly here. But you guys are at the shore of this now greatly expanded mountain range around an impossibly vast forest basin. Where you do see the mountainous island of Tor kind of approaching you from the west. All right, so what, are you just gonna teleport back, or what was the ultimate decision there?
I mean, it's faster, but if you're here, we could just go for a ride.
I think also a little bit of, downtime and sleeping might be good.
Yeah, also maybe a discussion about what exactly you'd plan to do with the time that you've got before the big bro gets here.
Yeah, more that one.
Yeah.
I can't really.
Well, it's kind of hard to plan around when we don't know his timeline.
Yeah.
I'll be able to feel when he's getting pretty close, at least.
Define pretty close, like days, hours.
Probably days. Given
Don't
that
feel that now.
he's no longer powered up by the Shadowfell, so I can't feel him anymore, which tells me that he's not as close to getting here as he was.
Good.
So I would say we've probably got at least a couple of weeks, maybe.
Oh,
That's an amount of time. When we have a moving island and two sources of teleportation, we can cover a lot of ground in a few weeks.
Not to
assuming
mention
it's still trying to go do
your wish nonsense.
Yeah, I'm a little reticent to overuse that just now. I feel like it may have a
Yeah, that feels
need in the future.
appropriate.
you're not gonna use it to make mansions anymore?
No, actually, that's well within its wheelhouse. I can still do that all day long, but it's when I try and get too adventurous with it that it can get weird. So keeping it simple for now.
Oh, like a monkey's paw.
Yeah, and also like it hurts my brain and
What about their palms?
makes me barely functional, and there's a chance that I can just never do
Do
it again.
monkeys have hands? Isn't that sort of the whole deal with monkeys?
Um, I don't
I
know
don't
the
really-
scientific term for monkey hands.
I'm not a monkeyologist. I don't know.
I don't really want to explain the idiom right now, so how about we move along?
Okay.
I got your point. It's fine. But yes,
Okay.
there is both that and also potential terrible side effects.
Hmm.
If we only have a few weeks, maybe we should just teleport nearby. And then at least sleep for the night.
I don't think
I mean,
teleport.
it's only going
has
to take me
us-
like a couple of days to get back to the continents over there. But
Yeah. Where are we going first? Well, I guess that's.
yeah,
And
what's the
probably
plan?
Godshold, right?
Well, I can take us to Godshold. That I can.
Oh,
Teleport
you
us there
probably have like
directly.
a word of recall or
I have a
something.
recall. I have a recall back in Godshold, so if that's our first place, I can get us there.
Yeah, so I mean,
Gives us
basically,
some
do we
time.
want to do the easy step first,
Yeah.
or do we want to go to Umberhold and slap them around a bit?
Wasn't Ivory City on the list as well?
Well, yes, but I don't want to do that first.
Well, fair.
Yeah, I think we could definitely hit Godshold first, and
Okay.
I can talk to my friend about Ivory City and what the current state of that is.
Yeah, that might be. Then
Sounds
we can
great.
maybe gather some things before. I don't know, to offer. I don't know what the leader's like there, but it doesn't seem very nice at all.
Oh, it's pretty bad. He's not nice. So we can
Do we
get
feel like we're
intel
going to
and
have
figure
to
it out.
tussle with him, or...
More like avoid him. It really depends on the friends I have there, though.
Mhm.
They can give us a rundown on things and what we will probably need to do there to avoid getting
What
into
is-
trouble.
What is your friend's position in the city?
Underground.
Hmm.
Like a sewer guy, or
You don't mean that literally, right?
oh,
No.
Oh, okay.
I was never very good.
The
at
city
this.
is strict and has some fairly cruel rules installed right now. So yeah, it's mostly underground, as in like yes, that they're doing things that are not okay, but also the rules themselves are not okay.
Okay.
Do they perhaps worship a god, too? Because that really just work itself out.
Mm-hmm.
Make a history check. Actually, make a religion check for me.
Okay. Religion. There it is. Oh, come on. Settled at 12 for like 3 seconds.
Who's to say? Maybe. People in that city were generally more on the devout side.
Well, from my group, I don't really know, to be frank. Wasn't obvious, like you guys have your icons on you.
Fair enough.
But there is decent amount of religious worship in the city.
Okay. We can do something with that.
Right, so the current mission is to go and find followers of all the different
All the different gods.
All different.
and
things.
convince them
Every
to
single
kill
one.
them.
Well, we're not gonna put
Leave
it that
it
Not
way.
open with that, yeah, but that's
Gonna
the
have a
game
workshop.
plan.
We're gonna be a part of a ritual that
In
will
fact,
would save the
I was
world.
gonna... I don't know if we should say that part.
Be a hell of a cold open.
Unless it's a particular god that might find that sort of thing, you know.
Yeah, and we
convincing.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I suppose Torm is really the sacrifice, the self-sacrifice one, so
yeah,
there
and
might
maybe
not
some
be
other,
another
like,
that's of the...
Well, I mean, the nasty ones would probably
that's true.
maybe be fine with that if that also means that all the good guys die.
That's true.
That's what I was thinking.
That's a good angle to take, yeah.
Also, what exactly are the mechanics of what we're doing here? Are we getting all of these people down to Panacea where the other one was, or are we just?
I don't know about... I don't know.
I guess we don't know what the
Baron,
plans are
you
with-
could do an Arcana with your knowledge of the ritual. To
Yeah, do you still have that book?
Panacea has surfaced now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maria, you had the book, right?
I think so.
Either one of you could take a look and make a relevant check with
Yeah, I would like to do that. Would it
Can I
be forbidden
do-
knowledge or just regular?
Yeah, forbidden knowledge feels right.
Should I just make a religion check, maybe?
I would say it would be a wisdom arcana for you.
Okay.
I rolled a 1 and I still managed to get an 18.
Yeah, that's not right.
I was gonna
Smart
do this.
guy.
Oh my god!
You guys are rolling like shit today.
We didn't roll initially. Oh no.
We
We're
got a
doing so
1,
good.
2, and a 3.
I guess technically I could have
Ooh.
guidance myself. Does that give me to at least 10? 12.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
You guys spend a little bit of time just like,
Yeah.
again, there's something here that's a...
No, Barry, you're interpreting that wrong. It means this.
I'm sorry, it was written by a crazy man.
Do you want
Would
me
you
to
like
look at
some
it? Yeah.
lo-fi tunes to read that book to?
Now,
Maybe.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay.
Lo-fi
I give
one.
Maria bardic inspiration. There you go.
Thanks.
Barry's just furiously chewing on his roots.
You can add that if you want, the D12. Those lo-fi hip-hop beats to study / relax
That's it.
to, they really come in clutch. Yeah, well, that brings it, that doubles your roll.
Yeah, it does.
I'm telling you, it's excellent.
The
It's very
I
inspirational.
like it.
it seems like no, they do not need to be in
Okay.
in and around that central one. A couple of them it might benefit from being there, but as long as they're like in a temple and sort of like evenly dispersed, equidistant, you imagine it would be totally fine.
Is this
I guess-
so they can be, you know, wherever, relatively speaking, but like there was the pool that we then turned into the like glowing ball or whatever. Are we just gonna leave random corpses of gods floating around in the world? Is that just a thing that's gonna?
Possibly, but maybe we can leave if we don't know what the fate of the world's going to be after that, if it even works. But maybe if we can leave the knowledge we know now about the ritual to bring them back,
Yeah, I
we
just
somehow don't make it. That would probably be our best bet. And
not a
maybe-
big god guy, but it seems to me like liches with the phylacteries, they hide them to keep them safe and put them in places where they can be, watched over. It seems like this would probably be one of those things, especially if you want them to be able to come back at some point. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We also have to be real careful with how we word this, because otherwise it is just sounding like a mass death of all of the good gods.
Yeah.
It sounds like we're
So-
well known. All of us are pretty great in our fields, respectively. But also, even if a celebrity comes up to you and is like, "Hey, I want to kill your god, but also it's for a good purpose, I promise."
Yeah. But I mean that we
Doesn't
could
sound
offer
great.
that
Trust me,
yeah,
bro.
But if we offer that, but the fact we could potentially have a way to bring them back could be our other bargaining chip of we have to do this, but there is a way to bring them back. We've tried it to some scale. It's not impossible.
And Lyra
We've
said
met.
that we wouldn't necessarily have to have all of them on board, just a majority of them, like a lot, and they could overpower the couple that might not go along or something.
Didn't
Oh,
Colin say
yeah.
we needed all but one when he talked to you?
Oh,
So that we could
Yeah.
probably convince all but one. Maybe. Maybe you
I
said
don't
we
know.
need all but one.
Might be.
One of those two.
I mean,
Closer, I think it's closer to we need kind of all of them. But
also, again, I same boat as Barry. I don't really know a lot about the religion aspect, but it sounded like from what you were saying that Torm was talking to the other gods. Do the other gods Is there any chance of the other gods also channeling to their respective top paladin and cleric, telling them, "Hey"?
I haven't asked that
that I
part.
don't know.
Oliver, you just hear.
Can't say anything.
All will have an avatar or champion that will be the person you must contact for this. Some of them will have already chosen this individual, some of them you will have to seek out.
I repeat that.
Can you
Oh.
give us a hint? Hey Torm, can you give us a hint?
There will
It's like-
be signs that I can bestow upon the avatar forthcoming.
Okay.
It's gonna give us time. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
As gods do, you know.
Sure. Okay. Well, that's comforting. At least there's some.
It's not just gonna be us.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be 32 other avatars?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah.
Oh lord.
Well, can I just talk to you like this now, or it's just whenever you
Yes,
feel
it
like
would probably be frowned upon, but given the state of the world, I feel like it is probably okay.
Oh, thanks.
And then you don't have anything to say, but
Well, I mean,
He's a little starstruck.
oh,
yeah, that's
He has
fair.
like
Hey,
random
uh,
conversation that we're
can we
seeing.
hear
like,
him?
hey,
I'll say sure.
So
I mean,
was
just he's
Oh.
It makes
unless
make
there's something that only Oliver needs to hear, then I'll specify. But otherwise, I'll assume that he's just gonna be.
Oh, okay.
it feels like that's funnier.
Yeah.
Well, I think maybe some of us were wondering with the whole thing that you and me have going on here.
Yes.
How much am I? Is it like my soul connected with your being? Is it just my body? Maybe that'd be great.
It is not clear.
Okay.
None of us have embarked upon this in a very, very long time. Usually, we have not had need to.
The Avatar thing or the
Yes.
thing that happened to Lyra?
The Avatar thing.
Yes.
Oh,
Although both
that's
are related.
Oh.
Okay.
It is likely that your essence would be either scattered or absorbed into whatever it is we do. But there is only one way to find out, unfortunately.
Right. Just not any of the usual stuff that I do might work.
Probably.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Great. Anyways, I don't. Yeah, it should all be fine. Godshold first.
Yes.
So I had kind of an idea, since we have to be a lot of places and not a lot of time.
Yeah.
There's a spell that's usually very slow and very expensive that can make a copy of a person. I can do it once per sleep because of the new spell that I've learned. Would there be benefits to making copies of us to send out into the world to go lay the groundwork so that we don't have to? Like, you could send a
yes.
copy of Thea to Ivory City to go make contact with the person that you knew and start that, and then we could follow along later, but then you don't have to do all that work yourself. Would we have more benefit to making more?
I feel like the answer to that is yes, that'd be helpful overall. I just don't need to. Let me send off a sending to make sure the current status of Ivory City and make sure it's not totally in a fire right now. Because if it's in a fire, then I don't think.
Well, yeah, it would be, specific to the environment. Like, I could make a copy of myself and go deal with my shithead brother, and like you could make a copy. I could make a copy of you to go to the Ivory City, but not all of the problems can be solved that way. But if it would ease things along, that's an option that we have. I could just do one a day. That's all. Also, worthy of note, that copy will get. It's like a one-time deal. If you have spells, you get one cast, and they don't come back when they sleep. And if they get hurt, they just will eventually peter out and die. Like they're not full people. They're just copies. They'll have all your memories and shit.
An extra one of us two for Godshold
Yeah.
would help.
Sure, whichever.
Yeah.
That's actually probably the place it would be easiest to do because, I mean, you're not expecting like a lot of trouble there, are you?
No.
No.
I feel like we're pretty
Just
well known.
word
so I feel
to
like
get
it'll be easier
around
for us
faster.
Yeah, that might be the best way to make it.
I'm imagining we'll eventually have to see to these things ourselves, but if there's any, contacts or groundwork that needs to be laid, we could, get that ball rolling without us. I also have a science thing that I want to try at some point that also requires that level slot, but that can be a different day. I can make a gate that goes to a different plane, like Indefatigable does, but usually when you do that spell, it goes away after a little bit. This one just won't, which is pretty cool. I kind of want to see what happens if I cast it on Tor and he moves around. Does it just stay there forever? Because that would seem like a very beneficial kind of base of operations sort of thing.
It's something worth trying at this point. What we gotta lose at this point?
So I can do that tomorrow, or I can make a copy of somebody tomorrow. Either way, it seems like we'd be best served going the slow way on Tor so that I can do some of these things, maybe?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or are you willing to be part of the science experiment with the gate?
Sure.
Cool. I'm gonna ask the Indefatigable if we can put it to his citadel so there can be a permanent connection between the entities trying to protect the universe.
Feels like a decent idea.
If the world wasn't ending, I'd be really excited about all these things that I just learned, but, you know, there's a strong chance that I get to do it like twice and then, well, that's that.
Experience is what you get when you don't need it anymore.
That sounds like something that would come off the inside of a fortune cookie, but unfortunately it makes sense in this context.
And your lucky numbers are... Ooh. 8.
How about 8?
That's
Wait.
huge.
5.
Wow.
God!
You would have gotten it. Divine.
55.
We're all gonna do
47. And 42. The
Wow.
ultimate answer. Life, the universe, and everything.
Oh, you do that. I'm gonna talk to Torm about some avatars.
That feels right.
Yep.
How many days will it take for Torm to go wherever we're going?
Where are you going?
Guys,
Godshold?
I would say probably about 2.5 days.
Okay.
He's a speedy boy. So you guys have that time, during which you are welcome to do such as you please on the back of the massive turtle.
I'll commune with him and ask him about 3 dudes.
Which 3 would you like to ask?
Helm,
Okay.
because they're pretty tight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go the opposite way and say Bane
Okay.
and Ball.
Okay. You get some visions of some people. For Helm, you see this orc fellow who seems to be sitting in a tavern that you are rather familiar with. It is a frequented place of priests and clerics in Godshold. He is a hulking, young-looking orc, and he seems to be playing at dice with some people, but he does have the livery of Helm adorning him. He seems to be a cleric. He seems to be there with a bunch of other clerics as well, and they seem to be kind of... You do know that servants of Helm, since he is the god of protection, they're often like working in like a guard capacity in the city. This is one that you have seen a couple of times. You don't know his name, but he's a friendly sort of guy, and you do sense something around him, a kind of aura around him that he already kind of has gotten the DL from Helm. Torm and Helm, as you said, are very, very tight with each other, and Torm had mentioned that he had already spoken to a number and kind of given them the rundown, and some of them were already on board, and you sense this is one of them. And not only is this one of them, but he has also already chosen an avatar and spoken to him about the proceeding, and it seems like this guy is on board. So that one, you feel like, cross that one off. Bane, god of tyranny. You see an ornate throne room of sandstone and marble columns throughout. Seated atop this massive marble and granite platform is a tiefling man of crimson skin, a dark purple robe, and a very loose kind of fitting head wrap. Seems to wield a golden scepter with a red gem at the top. He just seems to be sitting, speaking with somebody off to one side that you can't quite make out in this vision, but is a pretty powerful fellow, and you can see out the windows of this sprawling throne room a vast city of white. Ball, you can take an educated guess that that's probably Emperor Benzakir of Ivory City. And you take a moment and you think, yeah, that makes sense for the god of tyranny.
I'll check that.
For Baal, the god of murder, you see another tiefling man. This one kind of a light blue, pale blue skin with a long forked tail. He seems to be strolling through a city, just kind of whistling a jaunty tune. He's got a belt of knives, blood-stained pants and boots as he sort of stomps through the mud in this rainy, large city. It's mostly wooden structures and lots of people milling about, lots of shady-looking characters playing at games of dice or cards, huddled around barrels, with some magic continual flames that seem to be going around. Somebody gets into a brawl with somebody else in the mud in the road, and he just kind of like takes a moment and steps around and keeps walking.
Do I know where that is?
You can make an intelligence check.
Bro.
No.
Kind of lines up with what you've heard about Umberhold, you would imagine.
Okay.
You're like, nasty place. I know nasty place.
That's where nasty people are.
That's where the nasties go.
Where the heretics are.
He looks like a heretic.
I know a heretic when I see one.
It's true. Has that sixth sense.
Yeah.
Only improved with his connection to Torm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he can smell heresy a mile away. What else is people doing for this first day of travel on the, quite frankly, very unpleasant waves? You guys are kind of nestled in this sort of hollow in the mountain on the backside of the shell. There's like a little cave that you guys can hole up in and be sheltered from most of the elements, but the seas have definitely gotten even worse in the time that you were away.
I would do a sending off to Alzar.
Okay.
Alright. Let me think real quick before I just blurt out like 25 words.
Could I just further study like the ritual to bring back the gods like that we did with Lyra to see if there's any ways?
Yeah,
just
go
to keep
ahead
studying
and you can do another Wisdom Arcana.
Okay.
Do you have any?
Is this the same thing from the portent? Is this the same day?
I
Can't remember.
don't think we rolled one, so you're welcome to do that if you would like.
Okay. Let me just see if it, because the other one was high, but that's why I was like, never mind. We have this 3, y'all. I'll roll.
I don't think you're gonna need it. Do you have any skill specialties that might?
Not for mine's is perception and persuasion, so.
Okay.
But I'm just roll a wisdom check then. Oh my god. I'm just gonna guidance myself.
Yeah, that's fine. Wow.
Jeez.
You spend a while kind of poring over this. You're trying not to just let your desperation get the better of you and find information where there isn't any, but a lot of this is beyond your grasp. It seems like this is kind of sort of similar to the imprisonment thing, where it's like you can specify or you can sort of specify a condition on which this may or may not like end. But given that what this is essentially, the sheer amount of power and people that are involved in such a ritual, because not only do you have the 30 some odd individual casters that need to be taking part in this, you also have all of the various deific beings that are contributing to it. You're not certain exactly how that would work, and you imagine that some of them may be more receptive to the idea than others, because like you mentioned, or like Oliver had mentioned, there might be some gods that want to take part in it just because they want to kill the other ones, and it might not, they might fudge things up a little bit and make things a little murky. So there's definitely more to be discovered in this thing that you are not really seeing right now, but...
Okay.
With things of that much power, it's always plausible.
Yeah.
How's that ascending coming along?
All right. Hello, dear friend. How's Ivory City? Getting worse? Well, we have some literal world-ending business there. Need some help.
You just hear back, could it be the lovely Thea? Well, it has been a long time. We are always happy to have more help here. Things indeed are worse. And yes, rain, not so fun. Come on down.
Alright, everyone, I have some good news and bad news regarding avatars.
Oh?
One is already on board. He's everything's good there with good old Helm.
Oh.
Two, Bane's, God of Tyranny is Emperor Benny Boy, so...
To the Ivory City we must go.
We're gonna have to talk to him anyway.
We are gonna have to talk to him.
That's going to be interesting. I just sent to my friend there, and it's getting worse. Yeah,
Great.
the whole tyranny thing is
It all makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he got a little boon from Bane himself as being an avatar or something, and then shit got worse.
That's
Great, the world is ending, and continue.
I don't know, other than that, I just saw some asshole in Umberhold with the balls,
Some balls?
balls.
Balls. What are you?
Sorry.
Spit it out, Oliver.
If I can prove that I never touched my
Is
balls.
the god of lust over here? Like, what's happening?
Sorry, words are just coming out, and not in the right way, and how I meant it.
the god of murder.
The god of murder, that ball.
Yeah.
Oh, much different from the god of lust. Got it.
I got
Oh
you,
my.
Raleigh.
That's balls, not ball.
Yeah.
Right.
We're gonna-
All right.
You're almost there. You weren't the best in theology.
Those are balls.
My sixth sense is going off.
The heathen sense.
Well, that's
The
the god of
Umberhold
murderers.
is just shitty, and
That's fair.
I'm assuming people are. I'm sure plenty of the avatars of some of the shittier gods are there.
That's a fair assessment.
Cool.
How to get them with us? I don't know.
Beat them into submission, probably. I feel like you should be great at that.
Well, sure, but at the end of the day, they're gonna have to help us.
Yeah, the whole self-sacrifice thing can't really be forced. It has to be the self.
I mean, quite honestly, I think the, God of Murder avatar guy, maybe he and Maul will be good with the thing I mentioned earlier, which is, hey, do this so that the other gods will die too. I
we
feel
also-
like
great.
he'd be right on board with that.
Have we considered how organic does the willingness need to be, or could it perhaps be suggested or perhaps charmed?
Yeah, or like Gesh or something, right?
Gesh or dominate?
I mean, you could.
That'd be nice.
It's at the end of the day, it's a spell, right? Like,
So,
Right.
do we need to have all of these entities make sacrifices like all at the same time in some grand thing, or since like Lyra's already done, can we just like convince one and then do it then and there for like some of the tough ones? Because I could dominate somebody for 8 hours, and then we just do it right then and there and get it over with, and then that's a problem. That's one problem solved.
you would know based on your ritual that it needs to be within a pretty slim time frame that the rest of them would need to go off.
Shit.
But you also
And-
have simulacrum.
Well, so also about the plan of using friends. I can only have one at a time.
Oh.
If I cast the
Really?
spell again, the other one just disappears. That's
Oh.
a level upism, not a 5e-ism.
Manchun in shambles.
Wow, suddenly the ruby industry is back to normal.
Wow. Crazy.
Fucking
You-
beers.
It's also like they just tweaked it, some of the wording a little bit to make it a little less crazy.
That's
Probably.
reasonable. Can it still cast spells though?
If the target is able to cast spells, the duplicate cannot cast spells of 7th or higher.
Reasonable as well.
Fair enough.
It also adds a clause for like the standard like minion summoning stuff. So the duplicate is friendly to you and creatures you designate. It follows your spoken commands and moves and acts on your turn in combat. Static creature does not learn, age, or grow. So
Yeah.
it's
It doesn't get
It's
levels
now-
or spell slots.
right. That part makes sense. But the first half, it used to be like a controllable. Like it felt like making a second PC. Now it's making like a summoned entity that's, more
Yeah, I think you can.
DME, bookkeepy. I think, but
Yeah, I
or
do
at
think
least
you
that
could
reads like the
really.
intent.
I think you could probably run it the same way as before. I think the OG version of Simulacrum was pretty similar in its wording. Now I'm curious on. I'm gonna check. It says the exact same thing.
Oh, does it?
It
Okay.
says the exact same thing.
Okay.
It's
I did not
literally
remember.
just the. Oh. Well, and it also has the exact same thing about only having one at a time too. So Manchun just breaks the rule.
Manchun, you bastard.
Oh,
So the only thing that's new in level up is the 7th level at spell cap,
That's
Okay.
it.
which feels fine to me as
Sure.
DM. I don't want multiple people running around with fucking wish or anything.
I think it was
Exactly.
probably
what I
just so
thought,
that
yeah.
you can't simulacrum all the way down.
Also true.
Because if you
That's it.
Have my simulacrum create a simulacrum.
Who creates a simulacrum?
Precisely.
Although then you end up with increasingly glass cannons because they have half the health.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it would still work. You could make one to dominate somebody somewhere. But yeah, from what you would understand, this needs to happen at a relatively like within an hour, basically. All these things need to go down because the ritual does take a particular amount of time to cast, and
Well, we need to be sure that it's gonna happen for all of them.
so if there are a couple of people that you're not convinced are going to do it, then that's where you send somebody to dominate.
That's where we send one person for one guy.
Right, but it doesn't have to be one of you. Like, there are other friends that you have that could probably cast a similar spell.
Oh,
I'm sure you've got some friends at the academy that could do something like that. You
Definitely,
probably
yes.
know other clerics,
mm-hmm.
and, three of you can do it too.
Also, Gesh may not work quite as well as we were hoping. One of its limitations is you cannot command them to do something that would result in their death. And I'm not sure if this is technically death, but I feel like it's close enough that we might have
It would
problems.
be different for every god. For my avatar, it likely involves death, given that I cover the domain of self-sacrifice, but it is not always going to be the case. Some of them will stay around.
Yeah, I kind of figured that would be the issue, at least with some of them, because like I have mass suggestion, but again, it falls into the issue of, hey, that doesn't feel great to actually go and do, and B, like the whole self-harming thing.
Yeah, actually, Gesh sounds pretty great for that. The last 30 days, if you pick a day that you want everybody to do this,
That's true. Because I could also cast it too, so.
you just go Baba Booey. You're gonna go on, September 19th at 7 p.m.
I can also cast it now.
Yeah.
I think
so-
all of you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we
It's-
going
it's-
to need to?
It's on the barred list. You might not have it, but
I don't have it because I didn't have an immediate use for it.
Pick up
Are
a
we going
scroll
to
somewhere.
need?
but that's
Are we
at
going
least
to
3
need
of
to
us.
do the ritual? Because I feel like we're the only ones that know the ritual, or is this something that each entity can do for themselves?
I don't know. I looked at the book once.
sorry, what was the question?
Is this something that like we're going to need to do the ritual for each avatar, or something that they can do themselves?
You gather that they're going to need to figure it out themselves, but once you are able to spend more time with it and kind of unlock some of the more intricate portions of it, it would be easier for you to kind of make a transcribable, diet version of it that's just the parts that are relevant.
Yeah, can I like scrollify this and just give them something to read, and then now your ball? That could be something I work on, maybe.
Pretty much do
Yeah.
that, yeah. Once you spend a little more time with it, because this version of it that you have details the entirety of the ritual, and only one part of it is the part that all of the various worshippers are needed for.
Mm. And I
Okay.
can help assist them, I guess, with my knowledge of the religions and stuff. Like maybe help what a cleric would need to do, or
Yep.
Which of us do we want a copy of if I can only make one?
I feel like knowing what's going on with Ivory City, that's just going to be an all of us thing if we need to talk to the Emperor.
I'm
Be
kind
cool.
of thinking.
Standing
I'm
right
kind
next
of
to each other.
thinking- I'm kind of thinking Maria. If I have to make somebody.
that's fair. I mean, I can.
More healing spells are always good too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be good.
And this
I
is
can,
kind
I
of
can
a
defend.
religious thing, and you're going
Yeah.
to be kind of a religious leader of the world. So yeah, it seems appropriate.
Plus,
Yeah.
if there's two of you, that's twice as fast. You could probably decipher that cleric side of the ritual.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be easier that way. And I can defend myself, so I'm not worried about.
Yeah, quite honestly, I'm not the best at talking to other religious people. I do my religious talking with my sword.
Yeah, no.
That's true.
This effort is going to be a Thea and Maria adventure, and we're just
Yeah.
going to be there to help.
Yes.
Or threaten.
Yeah,
I
the more
can
that
do that real good.
more that one. I will come up with good ideas that are probably not actually good, and that'll be my contribution to this.
I have double expertise in threatening people.
That checks out.
I believe that, yeah. You're
I
very
believe that
large.
too.
Mhm.
Okay, well,
Not as
in that
large
case,
as me, but
I wish I had a simulacrum of Maria.
just go poke her on the nose.
Whoa!
Oh.
He
Effective.
has nothing.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Alright, hang on. I think I have an extra robe. Here you go.
And I was like, fine.
Aventurize, Barry. Go.
Fabricate something. Yes.
It's like, Looks at my inventory, just like, clothes.
Sorry,
There's
not a
two
spell
of
I
you now. I'm not playing
usually
it.
know.
I do just have life
That's
clothes
all in
fine
your-
in my bag if
that's-
you want that.
Balls in your court, Lindsay.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh no.
That ball.
So there's an extra of that. I'm gonna send the Indefatigable before I try to make the gate tomorrow, so that he doesn't get angry if I make something appear.
okay.
I send that. Oh, replace two and.
It-
Wow.
Perfect.
What do they know?
Okay, well, I need to sleep to bring that spell, so I'll do it tomorrow.
Oh,
The rest of the day, I guess I'll read this weird book.
Alright, you can
Unless
do
somebody else
another-
has something they need help with.
No.
I was going to ask if you wanted lo-fi hits. I also have
Yes.
castanets. If you want that instead.
Hi-fi hits.
Oh, let's try that. That sounds so much better.
Alright, I pulled the castanets of Irresistible Symphonies.
What the fuck does
Uh,
that do?
What does it mean?
what is this?
What is
Oh.
that?
What are you
You
doing?
can use an action to speak a command word that causes this instrument to play on its own beautiful music for 1 minute. And then
Beautiful
you can choose a creature
castanet
within.
music?
Yeah, you can choose a creature. And it makes a DC 13 Charisma saving throw at the start of each of its turns, or it's forced to dance.
Oh no.
How are you liking the music? Real neat trick, huh? Yeah.
Please stop. Please make it stop. I cannot focus.
He's dancing,
I always wanted to
baby.
do that.
I see that toe tapping, Barry. I see it.
I can't focus like this.
Okay, see, I'm going back to the lo-fi hits then. Let's get the castanets out of the air, like. I do start playing normal, chill acoustic guitar music and then give you a bardic inspiration if you want that.
Yep. I'll just spend the rest of the day.
Who needs
Working-
irresistible dance when you have a what is that, like an uncommon magic item?
Yeah.
Uncommon magic item and a wizard with low charisma.
Yeah, sure. You
Yeah.
fail that save, but I try to cast banishment on you and you roll 3 natural 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this time I get a 10. Oh yeah, speaking of, what's my portent for the day?
Oh yeah, I didn't do that
12.
either.
Wow, 12.
How
Wow.
average?
That was almost a 1.
That was almost a 1.
Yeah, you can do
I'll-
your check.
Yeah. I just used it, but I want it. That might not be a bad idea. Fuck it, we roll.
Oh no! You should have used the portent. You should use your portent.
Yeah, man, it's just you got that song stuck in your head from the castanets. It's just
I'm
A
just
little
standing next to him using my bubble wand.
yeah, it's just like, is this bothering you?
Go away.
The castanet song is still stuck in your head.
Which is impressive to have a song stuck in your head that's only castanets. He's just like
It's just
trying to
random.
study. He just hears like,
It's enchanted.
Yeah.
It's a really good song, okay?
yeah, you really can't make much progress on that today.
I hate all of you.
Just dancing along. I guess the rest of the day I'll just be. I don't know what. Does the simulacrum know what I know?
Yep.
Like, okay. I was like,
It's literally just another you.
Yeah, you don't have
Okay.
to fill her in.
You're like,
Yeah,
all right,
like,
here's
I
the
need to-
situation. It's like, I know, I was there.
yeah, it's like, oh yeah,
I was there.
yeah. Oh, that's
I
right.
have your brain.
Oh, that's not good. So,
You need to talk about that?
Oh my god, I can be my own therapist.
oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Mm.
I guess talk to her about deciding. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Like, are we gonna send her? Are we going in? Are we sending her in to do the negotiations? Or talking to the emperor? Like, or is this our? What is our purpose of?
I don't know.
The Emperor, I think we're gonna have to kind
That
of
we have to be there.
everybody go together, do a
Yeah.
thing, probably kill some people. Godshold, I think you can probably have Maria too, just go run around and start, talking to people.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Or if there's any other places that you know that, because like you spent a lot of time in the ladder, right? Like maybe you could start there while we go to
That's true.
Godshold.
That's true. Yeah. Or even in the chain of prosperity. Yeah. Yeah, I'll send Maria to the ladder. Maybe.
With all the heathens?
With all the heathens. But there's at least some good heathens to talk to.
Yeah. I'm from there. I know that's true.
Yeah. Because she's been there a
The
couple of
noble
times.
savages.
The noble savage.
I know for a fact that there are heathens there.
Yeah.
Heathens as far as the eye can see.
I'll have to
'Cause
escape them.
We'll definitely go there. Or even like someplace like Selton. Like send her to Selton just to talk to other religious if we know. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
where we think we need to hit, like as a group, I guess. So definitely like Ivory City, we should be all together for that. Like, do we think for your brother Barry, like we should all be together for that one, or
I don't
what are
know.
your plans for that?
He's kind of an asshole. He's really into some storm god. Does that ring any bells for you? Talos?
Does that bring a
Tal-
bell to us?
Yes, Talos, the god of storm.
Sounds right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Right,
Okay,
right.
yeah, that sounds right. Never understood his fixation on it, but yeah, that's his thing.
I'll ask about this avatar tomorrow.
That-
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I didn't really keep tabs on him to know how devout he was, but it could be him. I guess I don't know.
I guess we'll see tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
You talk to any of your family?
Not unless I have to.
Hmm.
My sister's fine, but she kind of also fled to do her own thing.
What does she do?
I don't know. I don't talk to them.
Okay, well,
That's fair.
I know what that's like.
She didn't come to the wizard school, so probably not a wizard.
My brother ate
Brother
the
is.
Shadowfell.
You got me there.
So,
My brother hired my best student to teach him because he thought it would piss me off if he had somebody else do it that I taught instead of having me. I mean, he was right, but I won't tell him.
There's a
feels
lot going
like a
on
lot to
right now.
unpack. So let's just burn the whole suitcase.
Sounds about
Did
right.
I any other specific gods that I should be asking about?
What do we have so far? Helm, balls.
Just
Yep.
the one.
Is that the murderer one or is that the tyranny one?
Ball? That's murder.
Yeah.
Bane
Oh,
is
okay.
tyranny.
Ball's murder. The
One
god
by
of,
one.
the god of sweat.
I mean, do we want to be looking at, gods that might traditionally be more helpful or inclined to help, or gods that would be
that's what I
more
was
of a
gonna
pain in
do
the ass?
tomorrow.
Alright.
I was gonna look at your brother's folks one. Maybe Kelmore for no particular reason.
I think you
yeah,
should
look-
Sure, Robin.
I think we should look at all the ones that we think are going to be challenges so we can start figuring out plans to solve the problems. Because the ones that are going to be easy, we can just be like, hey, you ready to die? And they'll be like, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I also
the
have
only-
commune, so I can also help you with that.
All right, well then, Cyric, the god of lies, is tomorrow.
Yeah.
That seems like it's on the list.
Yeah, I was only really familiar with a couple of gods, but I think that list is pretty good as it is. The only ones I was really looking into, obviously, was the goddess of or like the god of music and poetry, Belila?
Hmm.
Yeah, and the Sayun for some reason,
Hmm.
unrelated.
Of course.
I can look into those ones.
Okay.
No idea why.
Yeah, who's to say?
Who's to say?
Now, Maria,
Yeah.
commune gives you a yes or no.
Oh.
Oliver has a special version of it because
I'm
God.
special now.
Because you're
he's special
special.
now. It would not necessarily. You would have to phrase
Really
your
question
question
it.
in a very
Yeah.
particular
The
sort of
guy?
way.
That's
Yeah.
I mean,
fair.
you could kind of just will will the avatar of this god play along? Yes or no? Will the avatar of this god play along? Yes or no? And then we can figure out who the problems are going to be.
As long as we're not building another fucking binary search tree with commune, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Or like maybe where to find them.
That's what I was thinking. Was like,
would they be in this area? If we think they're going to be in a
will
certain
they
area,
be in the ladder?
or or like, are they in Godshold, and we can know which ones will definitely still be in Godshold, which ones we'll have to look for.
Well, I feel like for the Godshold ones, we can when we get there, we'll find them
That's true.
because we are who we are. I don't know.
I mean, does the church usually keep a tab on that? I mean, I guess it'd be pretty hard to keep a tab on, like, your most devout, unless they're actively, like, sending them out on missions or something, but it seems kind of odd.
Not for I don't imagine for the nasty ones, no.
Yeah, okay.
And I mean, I just became an avatar today, so I don't know. Just go through the whole list 3 by 3.
You still have
No
two
problem.
more days before you reach Godshold, so
Yeah.
you guys are welcome. You're also welcome to continue looking at the ritual, those of you who wish to, or do
Try to
whatever
help if you
else
wanted.
feel like. You can keep playing your lo-fi hip-hop beats to study / relax to
Yeah.
I could also try,
on
like,
the
I don't know.
acoustic guitar.
I'm just going to focus my efforts on transcribing this thing into something understandable to somebody who's not either very religious or very smart. Like, just, I can give it to a regular person,
Yeah.
because there's probably going to be at least a couple avatars that are just regular fucking people,
Yeah.
and then they can know what they need to do.
Like some random tiefling guy that murders people on the streets. Dude, something that he could understand.
Yeah, I think he's gonna probably be one of the ones that needs to be, coerced in some
You're
fashion.
writing like chick tracts, like they hated Torm because he spoke the truth. They threw beans at him. All right, so who are you asking about on the next day there? Kalimvor. You see a vision of a very, very tall figure. You imagine a Goliath with some black markings. He's dragging a person in a sack behind him through the streets of a very clean-looking city that you imagine is probably Ivory City. He seems to be just kind of like very casual as he walks past some guards that just kind of look at him rather confusedly. He just kind of like holds out a piece of paper to them, and they're just like, okay. And he just kind of like throws the bag on the ground in front of them, and then just kind of goes up to them, takes some money, and then walks away. He then goes to sit down at like a tavern, and he seems to set out this like elaborate sort of shrine ritual thing at the table with a couple of scales. Just kind of nods to it, and then kind of listens for a moment, nods again, and then walks off to somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Look more like bounty hunter stuff, or like
yeah, it seemed to be.
Okay. Great. All right, what was it? Talos?
The god of storms.
Yeah.
You do get a vision of a rather dark series of like towers and castles in the middle of a very nice looking kind of foresty grassland. You see a lot of people that look like Baranon walking around in a city, and one of them seems to be being carried on a litter through them with his long flowing cape behind. This is in fact Baragoth. And you can see kind of weirdly as you kind of like have your vision here, all of the area around is just kind of lightly misting rainfall, except for like the immediate area around him.
Right. And then Sirik.
Sirik is the god of lies, yes. You see what looks like a tap room of some kind, but there's no windows or anything. Like it's kind of dark, dimly lit, and there's like a lot of somewhat shadier looking people in here. There is a musician in the corner just kind of fiddling with an instrument that looks a lot like Thea's, actually. And you can see him just kind of sitting at a table, just kind of chatting with this enormous orc barkeep. They seem to have a pretty friendly relationship. The human man, he just kind of has like a flat cap on, and he's kind of playing that knife game with the bartender between the fingers extremely quickly. He has a pile of money next to him, and the bartender seems a little irritated.
Right. Hey, Barry, it's your brother.
Fantastic. I can't wait for him to hold that over my head.
You want me to eat him?
Is that an option?
I mean, I probably could. He's not very big.
No,
then
we
we have to-
need him for the ritual.
I feel like if we do the ritual and he turns into God Ball in your stomach, that'll be a hell of an indigestion.
That's true. I've never eaten
Eternal
a dog.
upset tummy.
Maybe not that.
Maybe not that.
Those of you who are going to investigate the ritual can do so.
I'll hope.
First, I would like to make the gate to the citadel.
Right.
Tor, question for you. Are you able to, like, control, like, the kind of situation on your back? Like, the whole mountain and
Oh, yeah.
forest? Do you want to make, like, a little hideaway for this so that you can only, like, let people you trust if, in case...
Oh, yeah,
know,
that's a good idea. Hold on a second.
that's after us?
You guys just feel this shifting.
Whoa!
The mountaintop just kind of flattens down and creates this sort of like volcano-ish peak where there is just a circular space for you to cast it.
That'll do. Alright. I will cast the Indefatigable's Iron Gate.
All right. So that's just like a permanent gateway, right?
Yep, it just makes a gate that can be between 5 and 25 feet in diameter, and duration is permanent until dispelled.
Okay. You just... You see this little mono drone just kind of like fly up out of it, just kind of like basically a bronze Mike Wazowski with wings. Looks like
A little one, I think it worked.
very good.
Thank you.
This will be watched from the other side.
Perfect, that's what I was hoping. I will probably come back to talk to the big scary one later, but business for now. Alright,
Roger that.
Maria,
Oh,
book time?
yes.
Book
Mhm,
time.
book time. All right.
Where's Oliver?
What?
Damn it. I was hoping he wasn't around so that he wouldn't distract me again today. Well, let's see.
He's just over hanging out with the other Maria.
Oliver's
I
just
guess.
so distracting.
I gave the other Maria my bubble wand.
Oh no.
I assume you guys can have inspirations from Thea on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
So
I'm
they're
gonna
jamming out in
definitely
the
guide
corner.
myself.
Hey!
Yeah, I can't really help with this aside from playing instruments. It's like,
A 31
There you
for
go.
Maria. That's not bad at all. The solid
Bard is just waiting the math.
21
Yeah.
for Baranon. Also good. Yeah, you guys make some progress on this. You think another good day's work on this, and you should have a reproducible version of the salient points of it. As far as the other half of the ritual about potentially undoing it, still a little murky.
Fair.
I think that part we just store for safekeeping. Maybe that's what I bring to the Citadel.
That might be a good thing, but I would like to decipher a little bit more before we lock it away.
Right, well, the idea is that theoretically you'd be around after all of this, right? So
Yeah, but I'm gonna
less of a
prepare.
timetable on it.
I'm gonna prepare for the eventuality that we're not,
Good
because
idea.
I've learned when traveling with these people that that's just generally the safer assumption.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, you guys have one more day of travel if you want to do another round of all those things.
Yes. I want to see what my portent is.
Good idea.
Oh yeah.
No. Okay, I guess I'm rolling.
Well,
Oh
it's
my God.
better than what Baranon has been rolling.
That's
Did I just use the fucking 7?
I mean, that's a guaranteed 18.
That's
plus inspiration.
Okay, we ball.
yeah. We might as well, right?
10.
But what if? Oh, I rolled like the same number. So, all right.
There we go.
My usual
Yeah, plus
BS.
inspiration.
That's better.
It's really 12 on your inspirations
11,
today.
that's 36 for
And this
Barry,
lo-fi really works for Maria.
26 for...
Acoustic
Yeah.
lo-fi is very rare, but it's very good.
Yeah, I'm like really liking this.
When it
game.
works,
I'm
it
really
works.
vibing.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
know.
use this in my sermons from now on.
Oh, excellent. I'm so glad.
It really is.
It really complements the fog machines.
Yeah.
I think this would be a hit at the.
I just imagine Maria as like one of those like a mega church.
Yeah.
Oh
She
no.
would be the start of Mega
The rock concert and a TED
Yeah.
Talk sort of thing.
Yeah.
Torm,
That's it.
Torm, he's your buddy, all right? He's your pal. He's like that cool kid at school that you always want to look up to, right? Well, here's the thing. You can be just like Torm. Yeah. You guys are able to basically work that out. For basically a nominal cost of spell scroll scribing, you guys would both have the ability and the knowledge to reproduce the parts of it that others would need to cast.
Awesome.
And Oliver, what are you asking about?
Alright, let's go with Tempest, the god of war.
Okay.
A Goliath with red paint.
Yeah. Got a beard and he's got this little asshole with him with a bow and arrow. No. Boy. No. You actually see oddly enough, a halfling woman.
Huh.
She seems to be wandering a desert. She has a couple of Azamar with her. She is dragging a hefty axe behind her, and she looks battle-weathered and like she's seen better days. And you do see this sort of glowing goldish aura around her that you saw around the orc guy as well. Like she's also on board already and on the level.
Oh, okay.
Were any of the others he looked at already good?
No,
Just one.
just the helm fellow.
Let's go with Joaquin, goddess of trade.
I feel like you could get stabbed on that one.
You see a small green kobold sitting on top of a crate, apparently drinking himself silly, and chatting with a number of other people in a similarly muddy, kind of downtrodden-looking town. It looks like Umberhold as well. Somebody kind of comes up to him and says something to him, and you see him just kind of like perk up, and he just kind of pushes something down on a barrel that he's sitting on, and it just kind of like unfolds into like a little storefront with just like a whole bunch of stuff for sale. And he starts to put on some sort of performative sales pitch to this person.
Okay. Let's see.
That one sounds fun.
Let's go with Shar,
Okay.
goddess of darkness and loss.
Ooh.
You see a pitch black skinned tiefling woman, very short, kind of forked tail, very tall and slender, and she seems to be kind of sitting around a table with a number of other people in what seems to be one of the war rooms at Godshold. She doesn't have the livery of a cleric. She does have like a staff, and she seems to have like an imp perched on her shoulder. But she does have that similar aura around her, as though she has already kind of been briefed by her specific goddess and is on board and is speaking to a number of other people that also seem like they probably are too, but you can't really make out much detail from anybody else.
All right. Right.
All right, that evening you guys will reach the continent of Godshold. I'm going to say we take a break here because I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
We'll be back. All right, so you guys have arrived at the shores of Godshold, or at least the Holy Isles there to the south. You're kind of like, let me pull up the map. You're like in this area. So you have a couple of days walking.
Okay.
Where's like the normal docks of like to go to like other places?
There
Is it-
are docks like here, and over here.
Okay, because I would probably send Maria to one of those docks and start heading to the ladder already. Because I can just send
Okay.
her.
Yeah.
So she can start.
She can
going
walk with you
her
guys to
journey.
Godshold and then keep going from there.
Yeah. Okay. That's my plan.
I'll use the steed, the rare steed spell to summon a fucking cart for us that goes a lot faster.
There you go. Summon your
I
magical
attach
car.
Tom to it.
Love
Parting
it.
Phantom Steed, there it is.
Oh.
Speed of 100 feet, 10 miles an hour, 13 miles an hour at fast pace.
Oh, well, you
and
can
it
just
doesn't have
get
to
there
rest.
in like a day then, yeah. It'll go while you're asleep and all that, so. Yeah, I
Well,
would say
it lasts for an hour, but it's a ritual, so like,
you just keep doing it.
go, go.
Yeah, so Barry is busy on the way, but the
All
rest
right.
of you, I guess Oliver, you could do another three
Yeah.
questions.
Would
if you'd like.
I know if Ed is he?
You would assume he is a very high level follower of
Like-
Ilmater.
Oh, Ilmater. Okay. I was gonna say
the god
Ilmater
of
or
endurance.
like Ayun or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right. I do remember that. now.
Ayun is not an FR. Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's not one of
Oh, you
these.
know what? I'll do Ilmater anyways.
Okay, yeah, you do see the High Priest Edmund Crane. He is,
Oh.
and he has the aura. Like
Okay.
he's been briefed. You know that he frequently speaks to his god. So you imagine that he actually probably already was the avatar of Ilmater long before all of this.
Yeah. Is he in Godshold?
Yes, he is at that same kind of war room that the other person is.
Alright. And he had like a bodyguard or something. Someone
Yeah,
who was
he-
always with him,
He
right?
had he had Bryn, who is sort
Bryn.
of his kind of like his assistant.
Oh, okay.
She's sort of the liaise to the Asimar.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's look at this list here. Let's choose some bad boys.
You want to look at any of the other people? from
Mashaba.
the council?
Goddess of misfortune.
You have no idea how badly I wanted to make that Haleth, but yes. You
still can.
You see
It's not
this.
too
Yeah.
late.
You see
Can.
this goblin woman.
Is that cool?
She's covered in like blood and guts, and you're like, what the hell is going on? And then you see that like behind her, she's just like emerged from the stomach of a bear that she like
Oh.
seems to have clawed her way out of with dagger. She just kind of like sighs and wipes herself off and walks a few paces and picks up a trap that she laid. But first she like accidentally triggers it and like it traps her arm, and she's just like opens it back up, slings her bag back on, just kind of like wipes herself off and just kind of like and then continues walking. She seems
Do I
to be
have-
in like a forest somewhere.
Okay. Goblin woman, she's having a bad day. Forest somewhere. Got it. Alright.
Or a great day, who knows?
Yeah, maybe she loves that. Let's go at
Just
the
no
top.
Tuesday.
At Azith, god of wizards.
Azith, you see a very stately looking orange-red dragonborn man with very pronounced kind of frills around the mouth, wearing a robe that looks kind of similar to Baranon's. He has a couple of monocles, kind of one more magnified than the other, and he seems to be sitting at like a drafting desk, scribing some scrolls. He's got like a special chair for his tail to kind of come out the back of. You see somebody comes into the room with him and starts talking to him, and he just kind of like rattles off a few things, and they nod and then keep walking.
Do they say his name?
Karzar?
If you were to describe this to Baranon, it sounds like Karzar.
Okay, right, so I would have immediately gone over. Hey Barry, does this guy sound familiar?
Sounds like Karzar.
Yeah, that's Karzar. He's
Wow.
he's great. I work very, very closely with him. He's got me about half of my spells.
Wow, he's an avatar.
Oh, that makes sense. Good for him.
All right, well,
There's your thing.
that's it for that day.
Could I send it to the high priest? Could I?
Yeah.
To like let me think my words. But pretty much, I'm trying to get an idea of, like, if you can gather all the representatives from each temple, so we could have like a big meeting to discuss the plan and all that, so we don't have to go to every single temple in Godshold, something like that. So.
Meeting of the gods.
Like, yes, we have already spoken to a number of the ones that would be willing to have such a conversation. Come to the tower. You guys would know that there are some, every god has at least some kind of a presence in the city, but a lot of them are generally not very well liked or well associated with. Most of the kind of good aligned, or at least lawful aligned deities have a bigger following here.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Alright, here's a helicopter flying around. Or a
I
plane.
heard that.
Alright. I'll be like, hey Ollie, I talked to Eddie. He said we'll go meet him at the tower.
Wow, I saw that. Oh, I suppose I could have mentioned that to you.
Oh.
He and some other chick were sitting at a room in a morgue table. I don't know. Seemed like they were already filled in on the situation and were on board.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like, but good, good.
I've only seen 2 of them in that room though so far.
Yeah. Well, hopefully by the time we get there, there will be more.
Hope so. I make our job a lot easier.
Alright, you guys eventually, with the magic cart, see the city proper kind of coming over the horizon in the distance. On the way, there's countless smaller villages and farmsteadings and those sorts of things, but the actual city itself is enormous and not as pristine as those of you who haven't been here before might expect. It is a well-lived-in, but nice-looking, large city. Looks very residential, lots of kind of plain-looking houses over the hills, but you can see very clearly in the distance the enormous white tower at the center of town, where most of the clerici gather.
Do you feel confident about this? Do you want an inspiration before we go in?
I think we lost Robin and Lindsay.
I was like, wow, Lindsay's really focused on whatever she's reading. The helicopter passed and just that
Took
note to
out
the
the
internet, I guess.
Yeah. This is a
Of
problem.
all the times to lose the 2
Can you
that
hear
were.
that?
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, what?
welcome
Okay.
back.
Oh, there. Okay.
Okay.
I heard you the whole time.
perfectly.
Yeah,
I was,
yeah.
I was like, oh. On my actual Discord, I was still moving and everything.
Yes, we would like the inspiration,
Yes,
please.
Please. It would be great.
All right. I will play a nice. Well, okay. There's no other way to say this, but it's classical guitar, Catholic sounding tune, because that's what my brain thinks of for religious things.
Love it.
Love it.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
I love this one.
Oh, it's a
Sure you
classic.
do, bud.
Favorite hymn.
Although it's probably the least heathenistic thing I've played.
That's true.
But I like that lo-fi music you were playing earlier.
Yeah, on your guitar.
Yeah, more of that lo-fi, Thea.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, now you join in on the jokes.
Oh yeah, some other guy had a guitar as well when I looked in on them.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
Yeah, the Avatar of Lies.
It wasn't him, but yeah, somebody else in the room had one.
Someone else. Sorry, yeah. The orc guy was the.
The guy that the orc guy was the bartender.
Okay, the human guy.
Yeah, the
with
Cirrus
flat
guy
cap.
was the human. The one playing
Okay.
the guitar was.
Poetry and music?
I guess it was in the same thing.
Yeah, he was just a tiefling guy that you saw, but you don't know
Okay.
what his deal
Just
was.
some random guy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He was
Also,
part of the
did-
vision, but not.
Did you recognize that in any sense, or did you just get a dude in a bar for that one?
I
Or
just
did you?
just dude in the bar. Yeah.
All right, that's gonna
It
be
was a weird looking tap room.
it's gonna be so easy to find.
I didn't have windows.
That does sound a bit like the Wailing Whale to you, Thea.
Hmm.
Does that ring any bells for anyone?
E-
I don't go to tap rooms, so.
I frequented a few.
That's an understatement.
Excuse.
Ooh.
Ah,
I'm sorry, sir.
Wow.
Not everyone is able to make
Savage
money
there.
We're all
off of your
we can't say
brain.
that.
That was biting.
Why did all of you take that like an insult? It's literally a job.
You,
That would be like me frequenting a classroom. No shit.
yes, but it came off so toxic.
That is true.
All right.
pretty good.
That was brutal.
Yeah, if you were doing,
Brutal.
a roast battle, I would have been just incinerated. You didn't need to be a vacation for that one.
Do tap rooms usually not have windows there?
Well, no, they usually do, but there is one that I know of called the Wailing
The Wailing Whale.
Whale. Yeah, okay.
Oh, where is it?
Is that the one that you told me about
Yeah.
already, Matthew? Okay. Yeah, that's the one in Ivy City.
Oh.
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all coming together.
Oh yeah.
All the nasty guys are in the same nasty places.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's kind of how that works.
Oh,
It's
except for,
free
like,
real
one or
estate, as it
two.
were.
Well, great. Let's go talk to the nice god people.
Yeah. Nice God people.
You go to the Tower of the Nice God People.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
That's how it's colloquially named.
Everybody knows
The
that.
locals all call it the Tower of the Nice God People.
Nice God
Yeah.
TONGPs
Yeah.
for short.
There's no Lofi or guitars here.
Yeah.
Nope.
No Lofi's in sight. That's for
Not in
sure.
my temple.
No.
Okay. Only Catholic style music here.
Yeah, we only play organs in the Temple of Torn.
But you know,
thought you
she's
didn't
onto something with
play
that Lofi.
I don't know.
But she's onto something with the Lofi. I think this would be a great addition to the church.
Yeah. We should.
Lo-fi hymns to worship and praise to.
Yeah.
Praise
Yeah.
be to.
I'm there, man. I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's some like Baptist church in the South that has already
Oh.
done that on its Facebook page.
Probably.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, you guys can wander in. As soon as you guys enter, you are immediately kind of like greeted by a handful of people who seem to have been waiting for you to arrive, and they just kind of take you in.
Praise be. Yeah.
Praise be,
Praise be, yes. It's like, Torm, yes, yes. You guys can stop by kind of the shrine they have for him in this like large circular room that has kind of spiraling stairs up around the outside. They just kind of lead you over to the Torm alcove where you pay your respects, and you move on. The four of you are taken up the stairs, quite a bit of a ways up. Baron, the construction of this place confounds you, as it seems the tower is even taller on the inside than it is on the outside, and larger too, and like these doors seem like they should just lead out into nothing, but they are almost, it looks like demiplanes of some kind or some other weird magical thing. You are very interested in studying this, but unfortunately the matters at hand are rather pressing.
Place full of religious people, and they live in a building definitely built by a wizard.
No, built by faith.
By God. So.
Yeah, I doubt that, but all right.
You guys open up the door to this kind of like side room here, and you do see a handful of people sitting around a large round table. You guys do recognize Edmund and Bryn, as well as you guys would know. You guys would both know this woman, Amelia Burke, who is a follower of Tyr. She's kind of a later middle-aged human woman. She is a herald as well, known for being very blunt with people, and she probably would have trained both of you at certain points while you were at Himmelhoch. The next to her is the orc guy that you saw, Oliver, who seems just to be a little confused as to why he's here, but happy to participate. You guys see this half-elf man. He looks pretty young. He's just kind of like wringing his hands. He seems a little unsure. You guys can see he has a lot of holy symbols about him as well that seem to be for Eldath, the goddess of peace. They're lounging across the table from him with her feet up, kind of leaning back in her chair, is this very relaxed-looking halfling woman. Zeltish garb and hairstyle, but very like colorful and flamboyantly dressed. You're not sure who this is.
Guess would be Sune.
Perhaps,
but maybe not.
You don't know.
Okay.
There is seated next to her, very quietly and just kind of not moving at all, is this drow woman. Long silver hair and a braid down to the floor. She's just dressed in all black. She also seems to have a holy symbols on her of Mirkul, the god of death. You recognize the tiefling woman that you saw before, who is affiliated in some way with Shar, although again she doesn't seem to be a cleric. She likely, based on your estimate, is probably a warlock. You see
We'll take what we...
this strange individual. You guys have not seen many of these, but you do recognize a Firbolg. He is dressed extremely plainly, is covered in moss, and he has an enormous axe on his back. You see a high elf woman. She seems to be of Tychon as well. A cleric, it seems to be. She has the kind of phases of the moon emblazoned on her lapels, so you would guess Selyun.
Mm-hmm.
You see King Castor Canavan in here, also just kind of sitting in the corner. He seems to be pouring something for himself from a pitcher of what seems to be wine, which nobody else is partaking in but him. You see just them. Just that batch of people.
Just King Catavan.
Yo, dude, what's up? Long time no see.
Yeah,
Yes.
you were invited to this? Are
Yeah.
you a worshiper of a...
I dabble. Yeah, I got a visitation from some like guy that looked like a horse. I don't know, dude. It was gnarly. Oh,
I
sorry,
looked
that
at
was a
my notes.
girl. I always forget. She told me she was like in charge of forests.
Do I know who that would be?
It sounds like it could be Miliki.
Okay.
Oh no, she was like, I need a strong warrior to vouchsafe the something something with the natural. I think she said the word plateau in there. I don't know, but I'm just
That's
happy
you.
to be invited.
Okay.
Good.
Glad to have you along.
Yeah. Do you guys? Is there a chair?
might
Is there
have-
like a chair for me, or I'll hang. I'll stand. I'm cool with it. I'm
I
rock
might have
solid.
oversold this whole avatar thing in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What does that mean?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Is there spots at this table for us to sit
No.
at? Oh, okay.
We're standing. Okay.
Yeah.
I just go stand next to Ed.
Oh, good. We're happy to have you. You see, Bryn is also standing, just kind of like next to him as
Yeah.
usual.
I stand next to Brent. Alright.
Hello. Yeah, it's good to have you all here.
Yes.
I'm glad you were selected. I mean,
Thank you.
not over anybody else, but just happy that we have
Yeah.
somebody I know.
Yes.
Is this all we're
Everyone-
expecting?
Everyone in the room except for the three of you are also representing a particular deity. Obviously, Maria, you are representing Torm. You just aren't, official with that. Whatever. Yeah. So who is the horse lady? What am I?
I believe that's Miliki.
Oh, she said that. I thought she was saying she liked my jacket.
Oh.
Oh, Brent, that was
Work in mysterious ways. Bryn is just, yes, I'm here in the capacity of my representation of Ogma, the god of knowledge.
Yes.
My people maintain some of the texts and libraries. He just kind of looks over at the Zeltish halfling woman, kind of leaning back. Yes, I am here for Timora, the goddess of good fortune. Many, many people who have come to my establishments have found their ways with her, so I think I was specially chosen as sort of the representative of fortunes throughout the lands and so on. Yes, she owns all of the casinos in Zeltenbrach. Yeah, and a couple franchises down in Tycon as well, perhaps, who have visited one of the...
Nope.
Yeah, dude, can we get some of those over in Jacob's Ladder? Cause like, we got lots of folks that could, it's like, yes, let's chat about that afterward. Yeah, perhaps there are more important things to discuss at the.
Yes. So far on board we have Tyr. We got Eldath.
You see the
Right.
the Amelia, the follower of Tears. Yes. And
Right.
and when you say Eldeth, you look over at the half elf man. He's just like, yeah, I'm here for on behalf of Eldath, the peace.
Do you know what's going on?
Yeah. There's some sort of spell that needs to go on in order to stop big things like that shark from eating everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just
Basically to stop the end of the world. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that feels right, like a thing that probably should do. Yeah.
Glad to have you on board.
Yeah. I'm Briar Gahana.
Rear.
I'll get all these names to you guys later on as well.
Cool.
Great.
Yeah.
Mora, you said
Yeah,
you
that's
are
me,
on
so,
board.
Yes. Not necessarily.
everyone in
cleric,
this room
but
on board?
Very interested. Oh yes, I believe they all are. Larissa. He looks over at the tiefling warlock. Yes. There must be light for there to be darkness, so we will do the needful.
All right. Glad to hear it. Gesture at the drow lady.
Yes, we are also on board for whatever needs to be done. That is all you need to know. We will do what must be done as well.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, we just need you as part of the ritual.
This I know.
All right. Great.
Who are you representing?
Shaw.
Oh.
Sorry. Wrong one.
Oh, miracle.
Miracle. Yes. Shaw was one right next to her.
Yeah. God of death.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Even you might expect otherwise, but the god of death knows how much death needs to happen. And it is
Oh,
not
that's
this
fair.
much.
People,
I'm here for
Person.
Ilmater, obviously.
of course.
You see the
Of
high
course,
elf
every
woman.
daddy.
I'm here for Selyun, the goddess of moons.
Great.
I have
Oh, right.
also...
And
We have two back home in Tychon that have also reached out. They're just not here. We have a person for Sylvanus and one for Malar as well. And you hear Bryn. Yes, and we do know of a halfling who travels with a pack of ours in the desert, who follows
good.
Tempest.
Yeah, she seemed to already be on board.
Yes.
I looked in on it. Yeah. Tempest.
I believe that brings our total count to 15.
Right. Oh, right. Sorry, the helm guy. He's here too.
Yeah, hi, I'm here. I'm Luzbar. I'm here for Helm.
Right. Oh,
Glad to have you.
I'm Oliver. I'm here for Torm.
Oh, yeah, I heard about you. You're the guy that killed that demon down there at Hell's Eye.
Yes.
That's
yes.
crazy.
It sure was.
Yeah, also, hello, if you could put me on the table,
Oh.
that's a turtle. Yeah, I'm a
Yes.
little...
Yes.
Yeah. It's my brothers that are causing all the trouble. Tor, I take it. Yeah, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
And also...
big shark thing that's related to this turtle.
Oh, did you... Yeah, you guys put that thing in a mountain, right?
Yep.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Right up.
It's not gonna be like a problem there, is it?
I mean,
I'm
Can't
sure
imagine
it's
so.
fine.
I'm sure it's completely fine.
If it is a problem there, it's a lot less of a problem than it was before it was there.
No, dude, totes my goats.
But what's a big problem is the guy that's coming after.
Yes.
Yes, perhaps you could... for all of the people who are unaware, this is Baranon Pithrin of the Academy, one of the most renowned conjurers. And we also have the last name unknown, but she is also been around and seen quite a lot of the places that we'll probably need to be going to. And of course, you all know Maria. Anyway,
Aye.
more elaboration on Leviathan troubles?
Barry, Thea, you want to take that part?
Yeah.
I mean, the short version is it's a bunch of ancient entities that are coming to the world that are... There's a cycle, and they are the ones who begin and end it. And currently we are in the ending phase, and trying to avert that, with the help of the ones who do the beginning and the protecting, such as Thor here. The shark in a mountain is one of the ending ones, who's, for all intents and purposes, currently dealt with. The worst of the two is yet to come. He's been traveling around between planes and causing problems, absorbing power for himself and destroying some of them. We saw and were present for the fall of Mechanus, one of the middle planes of high order.
Oh dear. Mechanus has
He's been-
fallen. Bryn just kind of... That means he's probably close, yes?
Fairly. Thor's other brother, the other good one, helped to forestall his approach, bought us some time in a way that I'm still not fully comprehending of. But the gist of it is Uridash, the bad one, absorbed the Shadowfell. I would think, like, drew power from, but apparently no. It literally, the entire plane itself, into his maw. And that was why he had so much power. And the other good brother, Araket, took that away from him to hold him at bay while we prepare.
You see Ravana, the drow woman from Mirkle. Yes, this is what we felt. I know a certain individual who also follows Kalimvor.
Hmm. Yes.
He may be somewhat difficult to find, but if you are able to track him down and tell him of this, he will do what is needed.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you can imagine the god of the dead would not take kindly to one that would envelop the Shadowfell.
Consume
Yeah.
his entire domain for his own power. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Well, that guy's in the Ivory City.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you have found a way to locate others, then?
Yeah.
What have you been able to
This.
find? Oh,
Well, there's a lot of. Basically, we're looking at some pretty main focus points of the followers. Godshold, obviously, is one.
yes.
Another being the Ivory City,
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not gonna be great.
which is to also say that one of the people is Emperor Benzakir.
Oh. Everybody around the table is just like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
guy straight up sucks, dude.
Yes, well, he is the avatar of the god of tyranny, so.
It all makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah, I know that checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But the other place is Umberhold.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, this sounds like we have our work cut out for us.
Yeah.
So we were discussing that. We are very appreciative that all of you are at least adjacently aware of what is going on and what is needed. Not all will be so easily convinced, but we have distilled down the process that we will need to accomplish to a fairly simple form that we can distribute, and it will need
I love
to be.
a good pamphlet.
It will. It will need to be. You hear the bar- It will need
Ew.
to be all synchronized relatively closely. But we were discussing options, and may not need to be entirely self-motivated.
You speak of perhaps forcing some to do it?
Yeah.
I
Yes,
have doubts about that working with the whole soul situation and how that's supposed to end up, but
It will be different for all, I think. I have spoken with Ilmater on this at length. But of course, as the god of endurance, I, as you well know, have lasted quite a bit beyond my natural years to begin with. I think we may be somewhat ill-equipped to understand how the nature of the selection will affect everyone involved. Yeah, I mean, I don't even really know who, Milky? I'm close. I feel like I'm close.
Yep.
Anyway,
That's
I didn't
pretty
even
close.
know who that was, so. You saying I'm, like, gonna have my soul, like, sucked out of me or something?
Potentially.
Maybe.
It's unclear.
Well, fingers crossed that doesn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, at this point, it feels like maybe if you guys could help gather some folks that are here in Godshold, and us four go and take care of the Umberhold and Ivory Cities part.
We did already send Maria to the ladder to try and collect more followers there.
Another Maria.
Another, yeah.
Simulacrum.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes.
Dude, there's
Yep.
2 of you?
Yeah. Now there is.
You could do that too.
With anyone?
Assuming you could cast the spell.
Interesting.
I can't do it for you.
That's okay. I got my wizard friend back home.
Yeah, he could probably do it.
Definitely. That'll be
Anyway,
wonderful to watch.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, Umberhold's gonna be a pain, obviously.
yeah.
I mean, the few people I've seen there so far have been, like the avatar of the god of murder.
Oh, that balls, right?
Yeah, one.
Yep,
a
that's
singular
one.
one.
Oh.
but yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I knew a guy like that.
You knew that.
Yeah. So which ones have you seen?
Oh, let's see. Baragoth, he's one.
Oh, your brother. That one should be easy then, right?
Yep, so easy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Wasn't he on the council?
For some reason, yes, he was.
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't make that. By the way, it sounded great. I just had like a lacrosse thing that day.
Of course.
Yeah, I'll just go down the list here. Helm, you're right there.
We know Bane.
Bane, Emperor Benzakir, Ball, that asshole I just talked about. Kelemvor, we kind of have some understanding as to who that guy is. Seemed like a bounty hunter.
Yes. His name is Zano Kaluma. He hails from Zeltenbrak originally.
But you said that if we explain the situation, he should be cool.
Yes.
Great. He looks scary.
It makes him a good bounty hunter.
Fair enough. Talos, Baragoth, Sirik was some guy in the Ivory City. Tempest, we already talked about her. Joaquin, there was some little kobold person also in Umberhold. Oh, Bashava? There was some goblin woman in some forest somewhere. I don't know. I didn't get a very clear picture of that one. She just looked like she was having a bad day.
Yeah, I suppose that would make sense.
Yeah.
Some of these-
Karzire.
Oh, good. Well, that one you wouldn't know, Baronon.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these people may not know that they have been chosen as avatars by their selected gods, and it may be up to you to inform them.
Wow.
Interesting.
Feels like an honor. Really.
Well, it should.
Go up to these guys and be like, hey, you're your god's favorite.
Some of them may not even be followers of that god. Yeah, to reiterate, I did not know who
Yeah.
Milkdub was at all.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Just happy to be included, you know? There's like so many smart people in this room.
Yeah, you should maybe read about who she is at some point.
Yeah, like if I could get around to it,
Like maybe a sentence or two.
I could, yeah. That I could probably do that, yeah.
Okay. That's actually it. Everybody else is in this room, so.
Right. So who does that leave?
God, I don't know.
Shantae? Do not know the goddess of agriculture.
Let me see. Yeah.
Gond, craft.
Mm-hmm.
Loviator. That one will be difficult. The goddess of pain.
Do we have Lythander? Yeah, that was.
Mask, the god of thieves.
Mm-hmm.
Melil, the god of poetry and song. Mistra, the goddess of
Mistra.
magic.
Yeah.
Davras, the god of divination and fate. Kune, goddess of love. Alona, the goddess of disease.
Mm.
And, of course, Umberly. Although her
Right.
followers are notoriously difficult.
Right. Well, I can look in on a few of them a day.
I would expect Umberlee would likely be found in Umberhold.
Yeah.
I am not certain of some of these others, but yes, I would recommend if you have a way, then I would ask you to do that for the rest before we venture forward. We obviously time is probably of the essence, so whatever.
Yeah, it seems like we got maybe a few weeks.
However, we're able to divide the labor would be ideal.
I don't know. I suppose it will depend on who these other people are that I find. Because if they're in other places that are not these places, then maybe some of you guys could.
Yeah. Well, at least Maria too. If we can figure out if some are in the Jacob's Ladder, we can at least I can send to her so that she has a better chance of finding those people faster.
You see Amelia from Tyr just kind of like looks up at you. I also wouldn't rule out the possibility of some of us going to some of those places you mentioned as well. I would not be against bringing a little justice to Ivory City or to Umberhold.
Ma'am, you already knew the person that, what was it? Zano? Would you mind coming with us there to Umberhold, to Ivory City? Is that?
I think it was Ivory City.
That was
Yeah, that was Ivory City.
that was Ravana, right? For Miracle.
Yeah.
Yes, I could accompany you.
If you're familiar with the person already.
I am not familiar with Ivory City.
Don't worry, that part I have covered. I've been there for a while and I have friends there.
I am good at not being seen. If you can get me to the city, I can get you to him. Or I can get him to you, if you have other business to attend to there.
Great. Sir, follower of Ilmater.
That's me, the High Priest, yes.
Wait, then who's the Fearbolg person?
The Fearbog, you don't...
He said Ilmater.
No, the Fearbog guy is, or Lathander.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Sorry, I may have misread that, or...
Okay. Either which way, I don't know. Maybe one of you
Right.
guys could find this goblin woman in the forest.
Oh, yeah, I am from the forest, originally, so... I'm from Jacob's Ladder.
I suppose it'll be hard to just describe to you what she looks like, though.
I mean, you don't get a lot of goblins in there. I can talk to all the trees and see if they've seen anyone.
Fantastic. If you wouldn't mind going to do that.
Yeah, maybe find
Huge
me,
help.
my double, and she could help
Yeah,
you there
sure.
as well.
I can go there, like, right now if there's a tree nearby.
I'm not going to do my best to describe the forest, but...
I mean, I can just look around there once I get there.
Oh, okay.
If you want
Sounds
me to
great.
take a look around, I can just go there.
That would be fantastic.
I'm
Yeah.
woodsman, by the way.
Oh. Glad to have you aboard.
Glad to be aboard.
I'll contact other Maria to give a heads up that you'll be heading to the ladder, Jacob's Ladder.
Cool.
So,
I mean, I feel like we could have plenty of help in Umberhold from any of you.
Amelia
That
is
would
kind
be
of...
willing
I would
to.
not be against going with you for that, at least.
Fantastic. King Canavan, obviously you have other things that you need to attend to, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got like a brochure or something for me to peruse. You know, whatever you need, I'm there.
Oh, actually, did we have the thing with the about the ritual?
I mean,
Like the dumbed down one?
have I had a chance to make it into copies
Probably
or just
not
learned
yet.
how to?
Yeah, but you could.
How long will you be in town?
You know, however long.
A day?
Yeah, sure.
We can make a brochure.
Tight. Perhaps you can make perhaps you could stay a few more days and you could recreate as many of those as you need for the people here, and you could consult with Torm about the remaining ones that we need.
Yes, that sounds fantastic.
We can get you whatever spellcrafting supplies are needed.
Yeah, I was gonna ask for that. I need transcribing things like you would use to make a spell scroll, because
Yes.
I'm fucking broke, but
We
if
can
you've
get you
got
whatever
that
you
in the
need.
city.
And
Cool.
if you need other fiscal compensation, we can. I'm sure I'll find something for you as well if there's other equipment that any of you need.
We could use a few.
Yeah.
Make a list.
Potions.
Potion.
Potions.
Amulet of health.
I will have you have health, please. I have something to trade if need be.
That should be fine.
Cool.
This is where the level of prestige that you guys have comes
Oh.
in. The
Yes. I don't need to spend my money.
level up special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay. I would like more health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one. A good one.
Yes.
I need more hit points.
Alright, yes, well, I'll sit down with Torm come tomorrow and the day after.
Great.
How long, Tor? Do you have any idea how long we have before Eylash? Like,
Like I said, I'll only know when he's a couple of days away, but for now, I don't sense anything.
if we were to take like a week, would that be a problem?
I mean, probably not, but if I sense anything, I'll let you know as soon as I do.
Okay. Because I need to make how many of these scrolls?
Oh.
And I would like to copy a spell or two for myself if I
you're
have
gonna
the
need
chance.
like 30.
30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30.
How is there a check I can do to see how long that would take?
I would say you could do 2 a day. Because it's a 10th level spell, basically.
That checks out, yeah.
So, it would
Should
be a
take
lot.
while.
But because you are you, it's not quite as bad. And I'm assuming you will have some help from Maria on this as well, the other person who kind of understands it. So, yeah.
There's probably a arcane and a religious element, so we could probably
Right.
like
Yeah.
I'll do the first
would
half,
be-
you do the second
yeah,
half.
you would be
Yeah.
double teaming them, yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably why we can do 2 a day.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would need.
I need 2 weeks if I want to make one for every god, and that doesn't give me any time to do anything for myself. So, depending on how many people we can, like, all of you in the room with us today, do I need to make this, or can I have you just sit here and listen to me and Maria explain it the first couple that we make, so you learn it that way?
I would suggest we call in Karzaya.
That's gonna say.
Yeah, he could also help
Help.
for sure.
Yeah,
Of the
and he's
people
gonna
in
have to
this
do it
room
too.
right now, Breer, the avatar for Eldath, Ravana, the avatar for Mirkol, Larissa, the avatar for Shar, the High Priest, Bryn, Woodsman, the avatar for Lathander, Alicia, the avatar for Selyun. Those 7 would not need the pamphlet.
Okay.
They would just need to understand it from you.
Okay.
'Cause they are
Right,
all
that's-
cleric, druid, warlock, high-level casters.
That buys me a couple of days if you guys are willing to sit here and listen to the first day, and I can teach you as we go. If anybody really wants to be helpful and can learn to help transcribe these things, and we could mass produce this shit, that'd be great.
Of this crowd, probably only Bryn, given that she is a follower of the god of knowledge, would have the
Yes.
know-how to do that. But if you were to get in touch with Karzire and
Okay.
I'll send him right now. Garza, I need your help. I have some things. Use that circle I showed you for Godshold. Right now.
you just hear him back, oh yeah, sure, yeah, yeah, I'll be there in a moment. Hang on.
Also, Matthew, real quick, if I helped with like bardic inspiration, would that change anything, or just help them out during the process?
It would help a little bit, but there's just a flat amount of time that transcribing a spell scroll costs. and I'm pretty sure it's like an hour per level of spell. So there's only so much you can do to reduce that.
Alright.
Time and money, so that's like
Money will
It's-
not be a concern in this case. You're in like one of the richest cities in the world,
desk.
and you have high prestige.
Let's say, if we think something, or think of something after the session, is it okay if we just send it to you?
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Yes, you will probably be in Godshold for the rest of today's session. So if there's
Cool.
whatever items you guys come up with in the next, before the next session, just let me know.
Okay.
Deal with it after.
I don't know too many of the level up A5E items, so I can't really rattle things off the top of my head for that. But after a couple of minutes, you guys see the door just kind of swing open. You see Arzire just kind of like saunter in. Oh, well, we got a lot of Barry, and just kind of like comes over, just kind of claps you on the back. What's up?
Sorry to be so demanding.
you're good.
There's
Oh,
there's a
right.
whole
He might not know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Know what?
Are you perhaps a worshipper of Azoth?
Not really.
Well,
Well-
congratulations. You're his
You're his
chosen one.
representative. Yeah.
You are now. He has chosen you to be his avatar for the coming conflict. Has
Cool.
the headmaster told you about what's going on and where I was and all that?
Yeah, the turtle and all that.
And
Yeah.
the planes and all that?
Mhm.
Yeah. You just here. You're smart
Oh.
enough. You can figure this out. Yeah.
Whoa,
Spend,
really?
Spend some time with this.
You want to do
we're gonna-
this?
It works. We've
And
done
these
it once.
people are cool with this?
We gotta do this.
It's either this or
That
the
or
world
this.
ends.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
this is a big deal. Like, this is like God sacrifice.
Yeah, I'll pull out the original book. So we spent the last couple of days distilling this into that. We need to
very
make
nice.
a bunch of these in the next couple of weeks. Can you help with that?
Yeah, for sure.
And just so you understand the full picture, you're one of the people that would have to participate in it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Alright. Glad to have you.
This is interesting. Who the hell is Turian?
He was some crazy lich from an old city.
Hmm.
Have you seen in the middle of the world? This thing
Yeah,
came up.
I saw that pop up, yeah.
Yeah, we've been calling it Panacea. It was an old civilization that used to have that was going to have some world-ending event. He figured this out and tried to do it with some clerics and some wizards in their community, and kind of
Wow.
fucked it up.
Definitely check that out if I'm alive after all this. Okay, yeah.
It's
No, I can transcribe
interesting
this too. Yeah, easy. You guys got like the materials and stuff, I assume?
They're gonna bring it all.
Great. And where do I start? Is there like a desk somewhere I can...
I'll,
we can procure one for you.
oh, I'll open up the demiplane. I'll just keep this up the whole
good,
time we're
yeah.
here.
Oh, great.
He just kind of pulls out
Any-
a couple glasses, just like... Oh, I see. Yeah, very, very smart. The way you did... Yeah, okay. Lapse those glyphs pretty well. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, I think that part was Maria, but yeah.
Ah, yeah. That has cleric written all over it. Yeah. Divine magic. Yeah, I can...
Well, seems like you guys got this handled.
You guys need, like... Hold on a second. He just kind of, like, mutters something under his breath and pokes you on the forehead, and there's another Baronon.
Oh,
God, I used mine to make a Maria.
More transcribing.
Did
Let's
you just
close that?
have that?
I mean, I have wish.
When did you learn that? I just got mine. All right, very cool.
A while ago.
Mm.
I mostly use them for, like, meteor swarm and shit, you know? Scare the students.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's a blast. You gotta see their faces when that shit comes down.
Oh, man.
Wait, does it fully come down? Hang on.
Oh, we got abjurers, you know, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on how all this
Because of
goes,
the last second, you know.
depending on how all this goes, when Erlash shows up, be great if you could be around, or at least around people who need to not die. One or the other.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, all the fire and cool things that I do when we fight people, most of it I learned from him.
Nice.
All the making shit I learned from him, so, you know, it's a little give and take.
And that's why this, the focus.
Yeah. How's that working for you?
Really, really well.
Nice. That'll be
Don't
good
need-
not to have to carry around a bunch of fucking sand every time you want to put somebody to sleep.
It's very handy, yeah.
You
No,
gotta make me one of those, man.
well, if we make it out the other side of this, I'm intending to make a lot
We
of them.
we got a whole room at the school that just smells like ass all the time because it's full of sulfur, so we can fireball shit. It's fucking terrible.
That sounds horrible.
It's dreadful. We make our least favorite grad students go on in there to clean it up sometimes.
I'm more grateful for Torm every day.
I think that's bad. You see the ones that have to go collect it and bring it back.
Ooh.
Well, if you think that's bad, we used to use bat guano. Remember that?
I feel like these grad students need a union.
What did you do?
Yeah,
with
but they
guano?
can't.
Yeah,
Well, we had to use it for fireballs.
In what way? You
It's a
just, like-
material component.
Channels,
Before he
it
came
channels the
along.
magic. That's why we have this.
Before
So
he came along
I-
with that arcane focus, man, we were fucking dragging our heels on all this shit.
you used to use
Thoroughly.
items that were related,
Yeah.
and then you put your energy into it, and that channels it. Now you can do it with a single item. That's
not left with a
You put
handful
your
of shit.
energy into guano?
Yeah.
to make a fireball. Yeah.
I mean, everybody turns their energy into shit.
Physics.
Oh, what a way of words.
My ears.
Oh, sorry. Poopy. I forgot I was in a holy place.
Come on, man.
It's fine. We'll just
Crazy.
hop in the. We'll just hop in the lab. It'll be
Yeah.
alright. It's just
Ugh.
we have work to do.
They go
Shovels in there. Edmund,
Oh,
we will
yeah.
need a ridiculous amount of transcribing components.
Oh, we'll get on that.
Thank you. Shuffle on in.
We'll make
I
a
like
list
that
of
guy.
other stuff.
I
but-
like that guy.
Yeah, he's good.
That guy's cool. I wasn't crazy about seeing Baronon's whole ass when he made the simulacrum, but, you know.
That's
Right.
yeah.
Cut him off. Guys.
Yeah. That's, wow. Wizards, am I right?
Yeah.
I didn't see my buddy do that. Whew. Crazy. Right, well, we'll get the components. We'll find some quarters for you all to,
Please.
they'll be in the lab, so,
Baranon just sticks his head out. Got it. Makes the mansion.
Oh yeah.
oh,
Thank you.
wizards.
Alright, well, I guess we'll be in here.
Gotta love them.
Some of the time.
Unless you need healing, then. You just see the rest of them just kind of like nod and slowly kind of filter out and disperse to other rooms that they've already been given. You're just kind of left in there with Ed and Bryn and Castor is still in there because he doesn't have anywhere to go.
Of course.
I'm gonna go like find a like a hotel or something.
Okay.
Taking a show, see the nightlife here.
Alright. You know what? I think I might want to do that at some point too here, but
Here, you can go. I'll just pull up my atlas of libations. Like here, there's a good one, and there's a good one over here.
Whoa.
This,
Is this just like a magic booze map?
basically.
that's exactly what it is.
Dude, can you request one of those so that I can have one?
Probably. I mean, this is a large city. I'm sure it's somewhere around here.
Since
I mean,
I'm
do
the
you-
avatar of
Do you need that
Michael.
at your place?
I mean, all the time, yeah.
And like, do you need a map though?
I mean, no, but like this, if I'm ever like abroad, you know.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Fair enough.
Well, if you happen
Alright, well-
upon if you happen upon someone who can usually make magical goods, the crafting components are just a very casual tavern sign stone mill drunk.
Wow.
If you need a DIY or DI, you know what I mean.
It sounds like you might have already had some libations.
No, I just am half asleep, to be frank. I'm very
Dude.
tired.
Dude,
We walked
Yeah.
for like 2 days.
how do you think I feel? My wife's 9 months pregnant, dude. I'm constantly exhausted. She has no idea how hard it's been on me. That's a joke. I'm joking.
Okay.
Jeez.
Listen.
You guys
Say a little
are
prayer
you guys
for
are
his
hard asses. Not like my
Listen.
man Milky up there. Oh, the girl. She's a girl. Sorry.
Woman.
Yeah, woman.
Goddess.
A woman. Goddess. You're right. All women are goddesses. Am I right? Am I right, Oliver?
Sure, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. He just kind of looks at you, and then he looks at Maria, and then he looks back at you, and he's like, yeah, that's what's up.
Don't.
He leaves.
Don't do that.
I don't like him.
I
No.
think he's funny.
Why was he chosen?
The gods
have a
work in
question.
mysterious ways.
They sure do.
Yeah. That god definitely works in mysterious ways.
No, I
So
can
does nature.
understand
It's
that
chaotic,
god.
you know. Trees. Who's to say? I'm going to go take a nap.
Yeah.
Let me know
I
what you're
can't-
able to find out.
Yeah, I can't really look in on 3 more people till like tomorrow, so
It's
I'll
fine.
just go.
We have a few days. It sounds like
Yeah.
we'll be around. We'll be about the tower if you ever find any more information that you think we need. Otherwise, just let us know what you need from us. And
Alright.
they disperse. They leave you guys, the 3 of you, in there with the turtle on the table.
Yeah.
The demi-plane and the mansion open on the wall there.
I was that. Alright, well. What are we doing now, huh?
Well, I guess I could go help Barry with some of the transcribing. But
Yeah.
I don't have anything immediate. Like, I've just been helping them with a little bit of inspiration, but do you have anything in mind?
No.
mm-mm.
Just gonna go to the old temple.
Oh, can I go with you?
Sure, yeah, why not?
Let's go. I'll be back. Actually, let me check if Barry needs me right now. Barry!
You see the
Just give me
the two Baronons and Karzai are all just
Oh.
in there, just like.
Do you need me right now?
No, I think we're okay for now.
Okay. Let me know if you need me. And I was just like, back away. It's like,
I was also going to suggest a fairly polite tavern if you guys wanted to relax for a moment.
Yeah, I can do that first, yeah.
yeah.
Well, it depends. If you guys want to go to your temple first, I understand. It's okay if you want to do that.
Yeah, we can. Let's go to the tavern first.
Yeah.
I think we deserve it.
I look at the turtle on the table.
Which is
Yeah,
like,
we would.
You just kind of. Is there anywhere you want the big me to go to?
Oh.
it's a great question.
I don't know.
Do you have teleportation to Ivory?
Yes, I do.
Probably
should.
Umberhold, and then we could teleport to him, and that saves
Start
us.
going towards Umberhold, please.
All right. Meantime, I'll just. He just kind of
Continue to
pops off
parry.
the table and just goes towards the mansion.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, there's that.
And he hits the wall because he's not loud inside.
That's so mean.
High five, Tor!
Yeah.
I think we should get him some like lettuce to bring back or something.
Does he eat lettuce? I don't know what he eats. I don't think
Most
he's gonna
turtles eat lettuce.
Do you think like the giant
beans.
him just eats like
Big
just
let-
so much
seaweed?
lettuce?
Like all that seaweed in there.
All of
Yeah.
the seaweed in the ocean.
Yeah.
I think the big one can
Turtles
eat
are
whatever
there?
he damn
Dude,
well
dude
pleases
just
at that
can't-
point.
Can't get
Probably
enough lettuce, dude.
Yeah. He eats the energy of the universe at this point, but I
Astral lettuce.
believe that's called weed.
That's why he's like that.
Yeah.
The astral lettuce.
The astral lettuce.
Lettuce.
That's good.
Is that a band name? That might be a band name.
Almost.
Have you had a little
Almost.
astral lettuce in your day, Thea?
There's a glottal stop in there though. It's astral lettuce. It's not. It doesn't roll off the tongue.
Astral lettuce.
Just shorten it to ass lettuce.
Of course.
Don't think I will.
Yeah, moving along.
That Haitian oregano. The Peruvian parsley. That sin spinach.
Alright. Lead the way, Thea.
Yeah, you know all the places.
You go choose one.
I take him to the most polite, boring tavern I know.
Yes. And I enjoy every minute of it.
The one with no fog machines.
Yeah.
Also, I like how you manifested the whole fog machine as I'm playing classical guitar.
Just because I thought it would be funny, and you didn't correct it, so now it just
Oh yeah, no, it is funny. I kept it.
Dang.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
You
great.
guys go to like the tavern that all the like clerics go to. It's just very like prim and proper. They have like Shirley temples and
Oh yes, I've been here before.
Yeah.
Like one
Oh,
time.
yes.
I like
the
this
one
place.
thing you can get that has alcohol in it is like a particularly strong root beer. Like
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, ooh, is that ginger beer? Ooh.
oh,
like very-
Lascivious.
Yeah.
Very particular type of wine
What?
that's like purposely
We're partying
bad.
Night.
It's just wine
Yeah.
served
Yeah.
with bread. You know, it's just like
Yeah, very casual.
Mhm.
Ooh. You chose a good one, Thea.
Mhm.
Oh, I know how to pick them. It always depends on the crowd, of course.
Yeah.
Well, we've been working hard lately, so I figured just a little bit of decompression.
Yeah.
just get like you get in there that like there's a maitre d'. He's like, oh, your heavenly hostess will be right with you.
Perfect.
Wow. I think we came to this place that first time I died after. Remember that?
You know what? I think you're right. That is right.
The
Wow.
Holy Supper Club.
I remember the whole heavenly hostess part. I thought that was pretty good.
You know, it is ringing a bell. That
Yeah.
was a while back.
Oh yeah.
Way back.
Thea, have you ever died?
I have. It wasn't as pleasant as, well, fondly remembered as yours
Not
is.
pleasant.
No, it's not pleasant.
I mean, I
Yeah,
mean,
you
like I don't
died.
like to.
It's horrible.
I
We should
don't
know.
think I've fully died. I think I've just been revived.
Just a little
mean-
dead.
Well, yeah, that's as a treat, as it were.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you've done so. One time, a few times.
Oh,
Um,
like, let's see. It's like over my book.
Like 6.
Oliver 6, Maria 4. Yeah. A couple times.
Well, fair enough. Aside from when I'm traveling with you guys, usually I try not to be at the sharp end of the sword. Well, I try to avoid the people, but I still end up getting there anyhow.
No, I go right for it.
I'm sure you do, friend. It's kind of obvious with your like 27 scars that are visible at the moment.
Yeah, well, I don't know. The armor usually deflects most of it.
And the shield.
And the shields. But sometimes it doesn't.
As it
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Anyway,
hey.
I'm gonna have some of this wine.
Yeah.
It's that typical mediocre red communion wine.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Exactly how I like
Comes
it.
with a side of wafers. It's
Yeah.
It's certainly a wine.
What are you getting, Thea?
I also got a little bit of wine. It's the only
He like
alcoholic thing
pulls
here.
out a flask.
Yeah, it's more than it.
A little on the warm side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like mine a little spice. Just just some
Ah, of course.
herbs. Yeah.
Yes.
Are you guys you're both good with the whole situation? Well, I guess I should know that you're fine with that, Oliver. You're taking this fairly well, honestly. The whole Avatar thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little much, but feels like the best shot. And as far as I've seen it all the time, and more so what Torm said as well, kind of solidified it, is that I'm kind of a sword here on this world, and I've always seen Maria as more of his will. So, I mean, this part seems more of the time for the sword.
Oh, understandable. It makes sense.
But, the whole part where I might be dead forever, not super thrilled about that part, but it's a might, right?
Yeah. I mean, we have that ritual, right? So there's a way, possibly, if it were to happen.
Yeah.
On that note, Oliver, just from a mechanical perspective, I would say you would have fulfilled your destiny in accepting that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So
Oh,
when that is, for whenever that's relevant in gameplay, I was just reminded of that.
Okay, yeah. Alright.
And for that matter, I would probably say for Baranon, upon reaching the level that you have and on deciphering these rituals, you probably would have achieved yours as well.
Cool. Understood.
So basically, whenever you get an inspiration, you can spend it on your thing, and you also get the fulfillment feature of it, whatever that is. So you can check what those are at your leisure.
Yeah.
Oh, they're good.
Well, I'm not, obviously, as you guys know, I'm not very into the religious side, but I'm still your friend, so if you ever need me for anything, I'm here to help.
Thank you for that.
Of course.
You have been obviously a significant help these past few, trying... What has it been, a week?
A little bit less than that, actually.
Oh.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's been appreciated. I was gonna make a remark, but you wouldn't have liked it, so...
This is about a heathen.
Yes. Sorry, the wine's getting to me, I guess.
I know, you've nearly drinking like a quarter of it. It's probably hitting real hard at this point.
It's good, alright?
It's okay. It's fine. We can get a bottle if you want. That way we
Yeah,
can...
I'll eat more wafers, too.
Of course.
You
These
gotta sober up
delicious,
that way.
delicious wafers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Get
Thea,
some
how are
root
you?
beer for the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Thea, how are you feeling about going to Ivory City? I know it's not not a lot of people's favorite place, but I know you have a lot
Oh,
of ties there.
oh no, it's fine. I went there voluntarily years back. The friend I contacted is from there, and basically we traveled for a while, and he left Ivory City because he got in trouble due to the stricter rules and left for a while to try to get away from that, but as it got worse and worse, he asked for my help, and who am I to say no to to causing trouble by helping people, so I the rules and the whole tyranny thing, terrible. But the people there
Yeah.
are good. They're just in an unfortunate situation.
Of course.
So I don't mind going back. I hope we can try to do something about it, but I'm not sure what that something will be, considering the old emperor is for the god of tyranny.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely puts a damper on a lot of things. But
That's for sure.
Yeah, that one's gonna be tricky. In fact, as far as I see it so far, that one's gonna be the hardest of them all.
that might be the one that we let slide. Hopefully it's just that one, but
Yeah, but I mean
we'll
it's
keep trying, but
that one in Umberley, which I haven't heard positive things about Umberley either.
it's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that one tomorrow.
That's good. But we'll see. But for now, just relax a bit and then we'll deal with the problems head on tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Back in our hometown.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah.
At least for a few days.
Yeah. Before everything picks up. I think we deserve this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Alright, well, temple?
Temple.
Did you want to go with us to the temple?
If you wanted me to, but if you want to commune with your god, I understand. I could also go pick up Barry something nice.
Heading to commune, yes.
By the way, would Barry have anything that he liked to drink that Thea would have noticed?
Everclear.
So,
Oh god.
Probably like he doesn't drink much, but when he does, it's whatever you put in front of him.
I feel like he's a sherry man.
I'll try to go find him a nice bottle of sherry.
There we go.
yeah. Nice.
I choose to believe that he's from a nice enough house and was raised on nice enough things that he refuses to be picky. He's like, I will drink whatever. Like, give me the fucking tavern ale and I will not complain. I don't want to be the Pithrin.
I also have a bottle of that wonderfully stellar church wine. So if he's truly not picky, it's here.
Ooh, taking one to go, are ya? Wow.
Oh yeah, gotta have a little bit of a treat on the road, right?
Oh, yeah.
Back in the demiplane where you guys are working, you guys have like a lull. You're kind of waiting for things to dry. Karzar's like, so what have you guys been up to? Like, seems like you're doing a lot.
We've been all over the place. Met the giant turtle. You heard about that.
Yeah.
Been traveling around with him for the most part. Dealing with the other leviathans like him, his other siblings. Ancient elemental kind of beings, but not just
Yeah,
that.
they're like primordials or something, right?
They're like primordium incarnate.
That's crazy. Yeah, I studied a lot about the elemental planes, as you can imagine, evocation and stuff. But
There's a place now that you would probably be very interested in because of that kind of tie-in. There's a forest that didn't exist previously to the south east, like way out there. One of his other brothers, the other good one, captured energy from one of the bad ones, and in doing so, it created this massive land. And they all have they call them their children. It's kind of weird to me, but yeah, the turtle one has like little turtle people. The big shark one had like big shark things. This one made elementals and like opened little tiny tears, and little moats of elementals were traveling through between the planes.
interesting.
It's really interesting. I would have liked to spend some time there and study it, but world ending and all
Yeah,
that.
there's some stuff. Yikes.
Yeah, there's kind of a lot. This has been the most informative ever. Like I've learned more in the last 2 weeks of traveling with these people than I did in the last 2 years of studying, but the context really just sucks all the joy out of that.
Yeah, I really hope one of us lives so that we can write all this shit down.
I've been kind of... So I've got,
Yeah, you got your failsafe.
yeah, just to be careful.
Well, yeah, everybody should.
I would think, right?
I got
But
two.
Apparently, a lot of people don't think about it.
Well, not a lot of people can cast that.
It's true. But this pen actually came from that lich guy whose book
No
we're
shit.
reading. And he had madman scrabblings all over the walls in his place.
A lich?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
A lot of people get tempted that way. Gotta be careful.
Yeah. It's been making me think, though. Maybe we should be putting more work into some sort of repository of this information. Some sort of library or something that can outlive us.
Yeah,
not
people
just
have
our students.
People have tried, but the problem is with a lot of this stuff is like the written word only goes so far. I mean, people can burn stuff, there are things I've read about that can erase knowledge. I mean, it's just tough. Preserve some of that.
We teach our students, but it seems like having more than one avenue of protection would be good.
Yeah.
Especially for this, because if something happens to me, I want somebody to be able to reproduce it. I think you're close, but
Yeah, I'll
not,
get there.
not without me yet.
You need a cleric too.
I don't know. Maybe we can look into that.
Sounds like
we have
you're casting some heavy stuff now, though. You finally
Yeah?
cracked that ninth circle.
I did, and in an
Nice.
interesting way. I met with a Marut from...
No shit, from Mechanus?
Mm-hmm. And he taught me Gate, and he
Hell
taught me
yeah.
his special version of it, so it doesn't have a duration. I make a
Whoa.
gate, and it's just...
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's some conjuration shit right there.
That's as high as I ever wanted to go.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Nice.
I'm intending to go back there before long. Maybe you can meet him.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I was
Presuming
thinking
we
that.
don't all die.
Well, there's that. But, I don't know. I'm trying to balance those feelings of,
Yeah.
hey, this is exciting, let's go learn about it, and, oh my god, I'm going to fucking die,
Yeah,
because if
it's
I let
just
either
bad,
one
yeah.
win, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's kind of the line we gotta walk.
We've always said that, but now the world's ending, and suddenly saying it doesn't feel adequate anymore.
Gotta keep your head down, power through.
I suppose.
Well, you're doing good. Seems like you got those people.
Yeah, they're magnificent in their own rights.
I mean, that Herald guy looks like he could beat the fuck out of you, but
I watched him literally lift and move a giant mechanical creature that weighed like 20 times his own weight, and it was literally crushing me at the time, and he just picked it up and carried it away.
moderately frightening, yeah.
Things I did not think the human body or humanoid body was capable of, but he'll do it. The other two are also phenomenal in their own rights, but it's just... it feels so out of our pay grade.
Yeah, it always feels that way.
I mean, we're writing scrolls that, I mean, colloquially kill a god, basically.
Yep. Trick is not to think about it. You don't get to be the world's best evoker without, having to shut off certain parts of your brain from the fact that you're calling meteors out of the sky or summoning fire from nothing, or.
I guess that's true. I haven't quite locked that in yet. It's easy enough to not think about when you're doing something else, but it's the quiet times that have become a problem, which I hate because these used to be my peace.
Yeah. Hard to be alone with your thoughts sometimes. That's what the simulacrum's for.
It's true. Turns out I am, in fact, annoying.
I think you think everybody's annoying.
Well, at least I'm not biased.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, all that I can say as somebody who's been dealing with the Ninth Circle for a while now is just, you gotta not lose sight of why you're doing it. I mean, knowledge for knowledge's sake isn't the only thing there is. There's always been an end goal. And this is it. Well, when you think about it, we started this trade because we wanted to make the world a better place, and can't really think of a better way to do that than what we're doing.
Keep at it then.
Yeah, I think we're ready to keep going. Oh, your bard friend's here with something.
Hello.
Hello. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Hand it to Karzar.
Yes, I was just with our friends before they went off to temple and took them to a very suitable bar for them. And
Oh.
got also this wine that is probably the worstest I've ever had, but it appealed to them. It's church wine.
Of course, in this place of all places, they serve church wine at bars.
Yes,
I
of
thought
course.
the whole point was that you don't like pay for it. That was kind of like the experience. But
I
what do
mean,
I
to
know?
be fair, I'm sure this is not a true church wine, but they just emulated the flavor to appeal to the masses here.
Good one.
It appears to be successful. So
Oh,
I take it
I
you
thought
had
that was a
all
pun.
of.
The masses. All right, that's fine. I'll go.
Coming from her, it probably was.
I'll leave you guys to it. I'm just gonna.
Oh, I didn't mean to bother.
You're fine.
I'll just you, Barry, but if you want to continue working, I can just put her off to my room.
I mean, whatever. You're welcome to come and go. You know that. But we were just trying to get this situation a little bit under control, or at least get started. But it's definitely going to be a lot. But up to you. You're welcome to stay if you like.
Okay, I'll just pull out my guitar and just play a soft, gentle tune.
Nice.
Not lo-fi.
High five.
No.
Without low fees.
But they are trying to steady/relax.
Yeah. To transcribe spells.
true.
Too.
Maria and Oliver, you make your way to your familiar old stomping grounds. One of the finest constructions. Not quite as nice as the one that you visited in the mountains, but very nice and well populated, even at this late hour.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize most of the people in here.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
What's up? Yeah.
Yes, go Torm. Yes, praise be.
Praise me.
Praise me, praise me.
Praise me.
Let's do some service for some of that night.
Yeah.
And then, I just go out and walk around a bit.
Yeah. Hey, you remember the first time I met you?
Yeah, I was dying then too.
You sure were. I always seem to catch you in those situations.
It's almost constantly happening.
Yeah. And I took you back to the church, and we're inseparable since.
Yeah.
We've come
How
a
you
long
feeling
way.
about the whole thing here, Maria?
Could I be honest?
Yeah, of course.
Do you think it was wrong that I didn't accept being an avatar?
No. Like I said back at the bar too. And like we discussed before, I think it'd be better if the people had someone to help them out after. It's probably best that we both don't go out at the same time.
That's true. I guess I'm just... I thought we would always walk the same path, and it seems life has other plans, and I guess that scares me a bit.
It's a little different this time, knowing that I might not come back. And that there's like a finite.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we still got time, right?
We do.
Can help out the people like in there. Help out good old Barry and Thea.
Of course.
They're fine people. Even if they're not religious and heathens.
That's true. I think we found some pretty good heathens.
Yeah, you're right.
Are you okay still? I know this is what we were taught, but are you truly okay?
Being raised with the idea, that's kind of softened the blow, so to speak. It's a lot, but I think I'm coming to terms with it. I know that this will help, a lot of people in the world, and it'll help, at least as far as I'm thinking, it'll assure that at least you three get through to the other side.
Yeah.
Hey, if I'm able to come back, I'll be looking on you for that.
I will find a way. I promise.
You can find a way to bring Corn back too and all them, that'd be
Oh, of
great.
course, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. I always do, right?
Every time. Well, shall we take a walk around the block, get back to those guys?
Yeah. We can take our time.
Pick up some church wine?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Alright.
Yeah, we do that.
All right. You guys can do that. So you guys have some time in Godshold for whatever you guys want to do. While you're here, I assume Baranon will mostly be transcribing. I assume Oliver will be doing some communing.
Yes.
I'll
Maria
probably do
could probably help
service-
with the transcription as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do some transcribing, do some services, help around. All that.
And I'll probably just be puttering around and helping out where I can.
Are you an artist?
I
Not
dabble.
a musical artist. I mean, like a.
No, I get what you mean. I have some ability with it.
Maybe
great.
when I commune, I could try to describe to you what the people look like, and then you could
Yeah, we can try. I'm certainly less skilled in that than I am my musical expertise, but we can try.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Who you looking into today?
Umberly.
Ooh, yes.
Okay.
What?
You try to do this, but you do not see anything.
Shady.
I guess Umberly hates everyone. No avatars there. What a bitch. Alright. Anyways. Where's on the list there? Chanterre? Was that one that wasn't?
Right, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You do this. You see a person that looks avian, like an eagle person. She seems to be high up on a mountaintop somewhere, and she seems to be kind of holding court over a whole bunch of like smaller bird people, talking to them about something. Hard to say where that might be for you. But...
Okay. It's just like, all right. Sketch this down. Bird person.
Please give me more information than just that.
Oh,
Color of feathers, beak shape, wing?
I don't know. It's already ended, though. I can't.
Okay.
Let's try this next one. Scrap that one. Scrap that one.
Okay, I also do have... Where do I have it? Oh, no, I don't. Okay, never mind. I thought I had minor illusion. I didn't. Continue.
Great. Okay. Gone.
For that one, you see a drow woman. She seems to be kind of in a workshop surrounded by various bubbling tables. There is another person in there with her. Another drow man. Kind of looks similar to her. He also seems to be working at some like alchemy tables with a number of strange ingredients. They look like animal pieces and strange monster parts.
Drow woman. Alchemist.
Okay. Height, weight.
Oh, I don't know. Next.
That's it. That's your 3 for the day.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
please.
damn it! Damn you, Umberly! Oh. Alright, did you get those down?
Yeah, let me just do the finishing touches here
Bird
after
person and drow woman.
My drawing tablet is also still down, so I'm just quickly MS Paint. Let's go.
Are you actually drawing it?
There you go.
Oh, oh yeah, it's bad. It's
Oh my
not
God.
good.
Yes,
Alright, we can move on
I
to
have
the
actual
others.
art
while you
supplies,
finish your-
but no, we're using MS Paint right now.
That's what I
yeah.
always use, dude. That's what these maps were made in.
Hey, I'd love to use Clip Studio Art, but tablet said no, so damn.
Can't wait.
I still need to fix that. Give me like 3 seconds.
Yeah. Alright, another one was Mask, another one was Goddess of Pain? Maybe?
Yeah, the goddess of pain.
Loivatar or something like
Yeah,
that?
Loviator, I think.
Loviator?
That one?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the Goddess of Pain.
That
Yeah.
was pain. Yeah, I did right there.
And then Mask, and then Poetry and Song.
There's
Mistra.
Mistra.
God of Divination and Fate. Okay, well, got at least 2 more days still, so.
Mhm.
All right, I'll upload it to. You want me to put it in our Discord or the?
Put it in the Discord, yeah.
All right. There.
I'll put it over your face on screen so
Yeah.
Oh,
see how wonderful.
hang on. Well, you know what? It's kind of funnier this way. Here you go. I was like, why is it?
Oh, they're so small.
I didn't realize the canvas was that big, but you know what? It's funnier that way.
Those are beautiful drawings.
Did I mention there's only going to be 2? Never mind. 3, rather. But yeah, it's
Okay,
fine.
in character, though, Thea, go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Okay. Yeah.
you get a 1, it's that picture.
Oh, of course.
It's literally just that. Baronon, make an intelligence
close
check.
enough.
Just like flat in.
Yeah.
Oh.
You recognize this woman, this drow.
Wow.
Based
I don't know how-
mostly on Oliver's description more than this lovely visual aid that you have, but this sounds like I have to find the name. Hang on. Annalise Berg. An alchemist, a renowned alchemist, and sister of Rolf, whom you have done some dealings with.
Oh, yeah, I know her. She comes from one of the rougher houses down in Tycon. Her brother was one of my best students. He's the one that, my brother sniped to teach him my magic.
Oh,
Oh.
well, great. We talked to her when we talked to your brother.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be super happy to see me because there's... Well, I don't know. Who knows? The houses don't always get along the greatest, but I don't get along with my house either, so she might be alright with it.
We could talk to her then, and after we talk to your brother.
Yeah, obviously I'll be there for Bergoth. We can ask him how things are going with the Bergs. It probably changes in time.
The birds. Alright.
All right. Well, you guys are going to spend another couple of days here, I assume.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I can just go ahead and run through the remainder.
Please
if you would
do.
like. Let's see. You got Shantea. You got Cyric. You got Gond. You got
Yeah.
Kelivor. Loviator. Is this human woman, young, probably in her 20s, very striking. She seems to just be kind of sitting idly at like a table in kind of a muddy, rainy part of a mountainous-looking town. She's got a couple of people at either side of her. She seems to be sort of holding court over a number of unsavory-looking characters, including the tiefling that you saw before for Ball. Seems to be issuing some kind of edict to these people. Doesn't look like who you would expect, but who's to say? For Mask, you guys see in the crowd there, kind of off distantly, but still listening closely, is this tabaxi man, kind of black-furred, long, coiling tail. He is doing his best to blend into this audience. He seems to be listening to her intently, but seems to have no love lost for this woman.
To the previous woman you just said?
Yes, he's in.
Okay, he's in that crowd.
Yes, indeed. You'll also see in that crowd, when you go looking for Talona, this gnome man who is very tan and very gruff looking on the older side. He seems to be at the same table as her. He's eating some meat that doesn't look like it's cooked. That seems to be all that you see for that area. But when you then jump to Malil, you see the tiefling man with the guitar back in that same windowless bar. You seem to be in the same city when you jump to Mistra, as you see a drow woman, very stately, short-cropped, white silver hair. She seems to be holding a staff and a spell book, and she is at the right hand of the person in the throne there.
Great.
Last, I believe, would be Sune. Oh no, you have Sabras. Seems to be a halfling woman. Running something of like a fortune-telling shop. It seems like she's stationed in Godshold.
Oh.
So this seems to be somebody that you could probably reach out to and get a hold of. Last would be for Sune.
Yeah.
And it is another very striking woman, half elf, dark black hair, very scantily dressed, seems to be standing in a busy city somewhere, chatting with a fellow who seems to be elven. You're not certain where this might be. She does appear to be a courtesan of some kind.
All right. Well, folks, seems like there's some sort of meeting of the nasty god followers. They have their own little thing in Umberhold. So I guess that's good and bad news. Oh yeah, also another one is the right hand of Bensakir. So, that's great.
Good.
That's the goddess of magic. So, if we end up fighting, she gonna be wizard or
Right.
something. So yeah, fun. Ed,
Oh, yes.
were you listening to some of those
Yeah,
descriptions?
I got it.
Fortune telling shop
Yes, we will get on that.
seemed like it was here in Godshold.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I know who that might be. Yes.
Alright, great. Fantastic news. Do you guys want to tell her about her situation?
We can handle it, yes.
Alright, appreciate it. Well, my work here is done.
If she is a diviner, then she probably already knows.
That's true.
Did she show up as like the gold thing
No.
that's already good to go?
No, none of them did.
So that means she knows and doesn't like it.
Or maybe she doesn't know. We'll figure it out. If we need your assistance, we will let you know.
Alright.
Fair.
So where will you head?
Probably Umberhold.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah. I feel.
I'll go to my brother first because it'll be easier.
Oh, yeah, let's do that first. You're so
Yeah.
right.
Also, Baranon, you do know that there is a mountain range to the north in Tycon where Aarakocra live.
Oh, yeah, that might be what the bird lady is. I think we can probably get 3 in Tycon, but Tycon's fucking big for 3.
Yeah, it is very big.
We can teleport around, can't we?
Would I have something to the Berg? Like their house?
You might, yeah, you probably would.
And I know a little bit of Eastern Tycon. I mean, I'm from there.
Where? Down by like Sandstone?
Hang on, let me get to the map.
You're from Tycon?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I just haven't really gone back there.
Wow.
More near the mountains of Berg.
Okay.
Oh,
So you might know that area too, that you could maybe get us close to it with your teleport.
Yeah.
Or maybe my brother, because he should be dealing with them anyway. Or I
Where
could
the
call
bird-
Rolf. I could just send to Rolf. That would be easy.
Where were the burn people?
North. Mountains north of the big lake.
Where would your brother be?
Ithrin.
Oh, right. Yes, there it is. Yeah, alright. Why not?
Also worth noting, the fellow with the guitar does sound an awful lot like somebody that you know.
Huh. Perhaps a certain friend?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Okay, cool.
Oh.
Wow. Small world.
What was he? Got us music.
Yeah, it should be music and poetry.
Yeah.
The name starts with an M. Millie? Or
Milial.
Malil.
Milial, thank you.
That was the last.
Yeah, it just sounds like we're gonna hit up a very particular bar, and Emperor Benzakir himself, and then Ivory City's whole time.
The bar probably isn't that bad.
I don't think it will be. I highly suspect that my dear friend, who is also a bard, is also the one that we're probably looking for, who would... Well, he probably doesn't... I'm not sure if he'd know. I feel like he would tell me and brag about it if he did know. But then also the whole possible death situation. We'll figure that out.
Fair.
Oh, right, the bounty hunter guy is there too.
That one's going to be trickier.
Oh,
He's-
but
he's- He
Miss,
was supposed to be
turn on
easy to
this one.
convince, right?
yeah,
That was
She
what they
said, "Hey, we're gonna have that one lady with us anyways to help."
Yeah,
you
that's true.
Yeah. He should be no problem. I don't know about your friend's situation with the other guy, but
I mean, it'd be more of... If he doesn't know, then explaining it and also have to elaborate about the uncertainty. I think that'd be the main bad bit. But
do you think he'd want to do the thing?
I think if he knew the stake of the world was at hand, he probably would.
Oh, great. Good to hear.
But that's a lot to unload on someone if the god didn't tell them.
Well, if it was me telling it.
I probably should tell them.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we could maybe wait to tell him that in person. It was like an in-person conversation. All right, well, Barry, how are we getting to Tycon?
I got a circle.
Perfect.
I don't even need to use a big one to go home.
Great.
I would like to finish this up before we go. I need a few more days.
Yeah.
probably.
Oh yeah.
Math, could I get a couple days on the back end since I have more people helping to
Yeah, you would.
copy some spells for myself?
Yeah, you totally could. You have
Could
the
Karzar
simulacrum
teach
and
him use
Karzar there,
form?
so yes, he could.
Wha-
And he would be more than happy to.
I imagine
and
he
we
has the
will,
rare version, but I won't try for that.
And we will go for the equipment that you guys want to look for next time. You guys can just let me know what you're looking for. But
Yep.
Mhm.
we can probably go ahead and stop here
Mhm.
before you guys head off. We may or may not be back next week. I know we're on number 7, and we've still got 5 more weeks, so we can afford to drop another week next week if we need to, since none of us will be available next Wednesday. But thereafter, we should be good. So we may be back next Tuesday, and if we're not, then we will be back the Wednesday thereafter.
Yeah.
All right. Nice little lore dump as usual.
Uh-huh.
And a nice little chance for me to talk to myself as 11 different people, as I do.
Mhm.
Wouldn't be D&D without it.
Wouldn't be my D&D without it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you?
What did you say?
Oh, sorry. Did you appreciate the hasty art?
I love it. It's
I
excellent.
love-
I'll have to put that up on the Twitter.
Not the rest of them.
That's the banner.
Yes.
Look at Banner, Michael.
Could you draw all of us in that same fashion?
Yeah, sure.
that's the banner.
Please
Yeah, I could do that.
do it.
It'll
Yes.
be hastily
All right.
done.
Well, we will see you next time, whenever that is.
Bye-bye.
Bye.